Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very warm welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock. This is a wonderful show because you can make money by watching it, sort of. Well, what you can do is you can take any unused or unneeded or unwanted gold or silver or platinum or palladium, and you can request a pack, a selling pack, from Shop on TV, which we will send you free of charge, and you can put your items in that pack. You can return them free of charge, get a free evaluation for those items, and if you like the sound of the pound sign at the beginning of whatever the figure happens to be, or the figure after the pound sign, whatever it happens to be, you accept that offer and that money's in your bank account the same day. Yes, it's post gold for cash. You post your gold, you get cash. It is not just gold, though. Just ignore that. It's also, as I said, silver or platinum, palladium, any precious metal. It's just post gold, silver, platinum, palladium for cash was a bit of a long name. So they just, and most people send in gold. Honestly, it is as simple as I just described. It's as straightforward as I just described. And therefore, what perfect way to introduce our special guest this evening, because he's about as straightforward as they come. He's also a man I've known and loved for many, probably 4 decades actually. We went to school together, and he's here tonight to tell us all about post gold for cash, the one, the only, the irrepressible, the irretrievable, the irresponsible Matt McNamara.
Hey, it's very nice to see you, Lock with an E. Very nice to be here. So,
good.
What an intro. What an intro that was.
You know, well, nice. I think you deserve it after all these years.
Nice to be sharing a glass table with you.
Finally. It's only taken us 3 decades, pretty much.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
We've always missed each other, haven't we?
Being this close to each other on TV, it's taken a long time.
It has.
But there's decades of trust in our relationship, and therefore trust is what you want when you're sending off your gold and you're passing it off to get it valued and such like.
So tell us all about it. You know, what's it all about, Matty?
I love that. So the deal is, have you got gold or precious metals at home that are worth more to you as their cash value than their sentimental value? Would you like to cash in those gold items and get the value back at one of the best times ever to do it? Because gold has hit that all-time high in 2026.
Yes.
So now is the time. If you're thinking about it, weighing up that sentimental value versus actual value, Rob, now is the time to do it.
Especially if you have what I call legacy gold, so things you bought back in the 90s, or, you know, that, for example, that you would have paid so much less for then than it will be, or those items will be worth now. I mean, it's enough to make your eyes water sometimes, isn't it? Just the amount of money that you can potentially release from these assets, essentially, that might just be sitting in a drawer or a shoebox or up in the loft. Particularly if it's, you know, an earring and or a pair. You used to be a pair and you've lost one. Maybe it's something that was fashionable back in the day, and you just have no interest in ever wearing that again because it just isn't the fashion, it isn't trendy these days. Maybe you've inherited something that just isn't to your particular taste or likes. You wouldn't get any use out of it, but the money would, as Matt said, mean more to you than whatever the potential sentimental value might be. We also have an absolutely exclusive offer. There is, first of all, no obligation. Everything is free except for a couple of asterisks, which we'll tell you about. You're going to get a gold selling pack from Shop on TV. Now, you can get these directly from Post Gold for Cash, but if you do, you won't get the extra 10% on top of your valuation. That is exclusive to Shop on TV. So in other words, if you get a valuation, say, of £1,000, you'll get £100 extra free cash money on top of that valuation. Plus you get included into 2, well actually technically 3 exclusive prize draws. Do you want to tell us about the prize draws, Matt?
Yeah, of course, Rob. So 3 prize draws in total. Post Gold for Cash do their general prize draw through the year. There are 3 of those, 3 times through the year. You get entered into that automatically as a Post Gold for Cash customer. If you were to contact them directly, you'd go into that draw. Because you're a Shop on TV customer and you're going into and you're sending your gold, if you send your gold into Post Gold for Cash and you accept the offer that they make you, you sell your gold to them, you will still get entered into the Post Gold for Cash prize draw as a Shop on TV customer. However, you're right. There are, correct, Rob. There are 2 more indeed. And there's one which Post Gold for Cash will give you £500 cash
Yes.
as a winner, and there's another prize where you could win £500 worth of credit to spend with Shop on TV. So there's the general Postgold for Cash prize draw, £500, and then there are 2 prize draws specific to this live show and this offer across other Postgold for Cash shows with Shop on TV, where you get that £500 credit or £500 cash prize.
And, by the way, also, it says 30th of April. You can sort of ignore that because they are ongoing. It just means if you get your pack back before the 30th of April, then you'll be entered into the current draw. If not, you'll just get entered into the one after or the one after that. There was one customer who didn't return their pack for 10 years. So, I mean, they don't expire. That's the other important thing. And currently, neither does our offer. So, and you can use this as many times as you like. And then also, by the way, that 10%, there's no cap. So it could, if you for whatever reason, if you found that fob watch in the garage like Del Boy did, and it's worth £3 million, then you're going to get 10% on top of £300,000 on top. So I'm just saying.
Extreme example.
Although it wouldn't be as extreme. It wouldn't be based on auction value. Of course, it would be based on whatever the precious metals are worth on the day. And they have a very specific way of measuring not only the price of the precious metal, but a formula that is fair and above board and means that you ultimately get pretty much as much cash out of your precious metals as you can.
So yeah, you're right, Rob. So the price of gold fluctuates, as we both know, as we all know. Price of gold goes up or down. And at the moment in 2026, it has hit that all-time high at a point in 2026. And you can see there with the London Bullion Markets Association, that gold price is pinpointed twice daily. And then that graph is worked out from that. And that's an up-to-date graph you can see there for the 6th of March 2026. And you can see that it's been on that upward trend for the last 12 months. Which is, that's why we're saying, are your gold items worth more to you as that cash value than the sentimental value? Because if there is something that you daren't ever sell and you want to keep for sentimental reasons, keep it. Absolutely keep it. But if you've decided, no, do you know what? I've got that broken gold earring, or I've got that, you know, single piece of gold where I can't find the other piece that matches, or a necklace that I never wear.
Watch or something.
Or, exactly, a broken watch. So, you know, Postgold for Cash, you know, they'll weigh it but give you the cash value of per gram of the precious metals inside that watch, but they'll work all that out for you.
And this is the thing, as long as it's a precious metal, it doesn't matter what the purity of that precious metal is, and we're going to get into that. If you've got any questions, by the way, you can always drop us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. Let's do a little quick fire round, and then we'll actually hear from the folks at Postgold for Cash, and they'll sort of tell you in their own words why this service is the one that we've decided to recommend and partner with on your behalf at Shop on TV. So, first of all, is it safe?
Absolutely, absolutely safe. So, you know, you can know that when you parcel up your gold, you're sending it, it's insured, end-to-end tracked as well, so that you know when you take it to the post. Actually, here's how to do it. Once you've parcelled up your gold or your precious metals, you put them in your special delivery envelope and physically take it to the post office counter.
So not in the post box?
Don't put it in the red post box, don't put it in the gold post box, don't put it in the post box with the knitted cap on the top of it. Take it to your post office counter. You know those knitted things that you put? You see them on post boxes now?
No, I've not seen those. Sorry, I lived in South London. They'd have been nicked.
We'll keep it on topic then. So take it to the post office counter. Get your receipt, because on that receipt, that is your insurance.
Yes.
And you're automatically insured up to £750 with everything that you send.
Yes.
On that receipt, you'll also see a weight, because they'll put it on the scales. You know, when you go to the post office, the first thing they say is, put it on the scales. So once they've popped it on the scales at the post office, they know, and they've logged that exact weight. You'll look at your receipt. That's your certificate, or at least your proof insurance.
Insurance and proof of postage.
Precisely, Rob.
Yes.
So you've got that receipt. On that receipt, you'll see the weight, and that weight will then correspond to the weight when it arrives with Postgold.
Because they measure it, they weigh it as well to make sure nothing's gone missing in transit.
Absolutely. So the first thing they'll do is weigh it. So when your parcel arrives at Postgold for Cash, it's delivered securely. The first thing the team there, and I've been there physically to the offices. They've let me in, and it's a very secure location. It's a very secret location, but there are literally only a handful of people that work there. It's not a huge faceless organisation. It's very much like a family, close-knit group of people.
And all the packages, they're taken into the premises. They're not left on a doorstep if no one answers the door or anything like that. Everything, you know, is checked and double-checked and so on and so forth. Now, we're going to get into all of the sort of nitty-gritty of insurance in a minute, but the very first thing that I think is important for you to know is how to get your free gold selling pack. So you're going to do this directly through Shop on TV. There are numerous ways you can reach the ability or the place where you can order one of these. What we've done is we've essentially added your free gold selling pack as a product, just like if it was a microwave or a toaster oven or a face cream. And that's so that there's an item number associated with it, which is up here, 671236. That means at any point in the future, no matter what we got on the show, if you want to get another free gold selling pack, you can at any time, as many as you like. You can only order one at a time, and we'll explain why later. Then you can just pop that, either call 03333241 quote that item number, and they'll know it's for your free gold selling pack, and they'll send one out to you. Or you can put that in the search bar of the website, which will essentially do the same thing. Also, you can remember that if you go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, that takes you to a dedicated page. Now, there are other ways you can get to it. You can go to our homepage. I don't know if you look very closely, you might just be able to see that it's very subtle. That little, there's a yellow banner there. I don't know if you can make it out. Post gold for cash. You see that there? So that takes you straight through to the gold page. You can go directly to that shopontv.co.uk/gold. All the information that you need is there. Just click on any one of the buttons that says order my free gold selling pack. Now that takes you through to that's our product page. If we were selling a toaster tonight, that would be a toaster instead. However, this has got £0, 0 pence prices associated with it, and it's free P&P. Now you can add it to your basket, go to your basket and check out. But we don't want you to do that, because that just adds about 85 steps that you don't need. Just click buy now. We're not taking any payment information from you whatsoever. You can sign into your account if you have one. You can create an account free of charge if you want to shop with us again in the future. Or if you just want to get in, get out and get on with your life, then you can continue as a guest and put your information in. You'll receive obviously an email from us as confirmation, and all of your details will be transmitted to Post Gold for Cash to get your pack, but we won't store any of your details on our system. And then what do they get when? So basically, you're watching the show now. Yep. Today is Saturday now, technically. So you place your order now.
Yep.
Post Gold for Cash will get that Monday.
Yep.
They will send out the free gold selling pack Monday. You'll get it Tuesday. If you drop it off to the post office, you're going to get a prepaid Royal Mail special delivery envelope we'll show you in a moment. Yep. You get that to the post office before it closes on Tuesday. By Wednesday lunchtime, you're going to have a call, probably from Sam, and offering you some money. And if you accept it, you'll have the money in your account by 4 p.m.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Same day. Yeah. Same day.
Same day.
So it can literally be that quick.
Yes.
There are a couple of different ways now. We're on topic of the actual payment. If you would prefer to get your payment by cheque, everyone loves a cheque. Or does everyone? I mean, it's a sweeping statement, isn't it? Some folks love a cheque.
I got a chequebook from my bank a few years ago because I had one thing I had to pay for by cheque.
Yeah.
I've never used another cheque since.
Never since. Well, there you go.
But anyway.
So look, there will be some people that just
may want one,
for whatever reason, maybe don't feel comfortable giving their bank details.
Yeah, sure.
And that's absolutely fine. You can request a cheque, and that's good. But it will be, if you are happy to give your bank account details, say account number, sort code, then the money can be straight into your bank account that day. If you want cash, then yes, Post Gold for Cash will send you the cash. It will be sent special delivery, so there'll be a £9 charge with that because it's sent
so they
via the
just
Royal
ask
Mail
that you
special
pay for the special delivery.
Yeah.
But other than that, and that will obviously you'll get that the next day.
Yeah, but there should be no issue with.
No.
I mean, most people should be comfortable and very happy with a bank transfer because that is.
Well, I want to say, for peace of mind, that if you give your account number and your sort code, there is no physical way anyone, under any circumstances, can take money out of your account.
Right.
They can only put money into your account. Now, also, you might have a Wise account or something like an electronic account similar to that, or a prepaid debit card that also does give you a bank account number and sort code. So as long as you've got a UK bank account or an account number and sort code, you can have the money put pretty much wherever you like.
You're well away. I mean, it is so easy, honestly. You'll get in your gold selling pack, you'll get the cover letter. Yeah. So on here, it'll give you all of your sort of simple steps on there.
And their phone number if you want to contact them.
The contact details will be on here. So if that's the thing, Rob. I was thinking about this on the way here because I had a couple of hours spare in the car. And I was thinking about that. And I was thinking, what is my response to the question, what if somebody's on the fence? What if you're watching now?
Matt, what if someone's on the fence?
Yeah, thank you very much, Rob. Beautifully lined up. But if somebody, if you're sitting there thinking, right, I trust it. I can see it. Can I do it? Is it a simple process? Yes. So you're ticking all the boxes, and you're thinking, good. I understand what Rob's saying. I trust what Matt's saying because he's been there. He's seen the company. They've been going since 2009.
They've been around a while.
Yeah, so and as far as we know, that is, back in the day in 2009, there was no other company doing it on the scale or visibly like Post Gold for Cash.
Sure.
So in terms of that history, that heritage, it's there, that trust. 2,500 positive Trustpilot reviews, excellent on Trustpilot, and 270,000 customers as well since 2009. So you've got that people power of, oh, okay, they've done it, so it should be okay.
Did you know about the comparison website as well? There's an online gold selling comparison website, and Post Gold for Cash are the ones they recommend.
Oh, that's good to know. That's
I don't know the URL, but you could Google it if you wanted to.
Yeah, have a look, definitely. So I was thinking, look, once we've ticked all the boxes and we've explained everything, Rob, and hopefully done our job correctly in terms of, saying, here's how to do it. It's simple, it's quick. You can literally be there with the money in your bank account in a few days. If somebody's like literally on the fence thinking, gosh, I don't know, I was thinking, well, just do it. Just you've got nothing to lose. There's no obligation. It's free, and there's no risk to just ordering the pack. Because if you order the pack, it's free delivery, free to you, no obligation. And then you've got it. And as Rob said earlier on, somebody sat on it for years before actually using it. So if you're thinking, oh gosh, no, I want to speak to my neighbour or my friend or my son or my daughter or my granddaughter or my dad or my mum, like anybody that is your advisor or your best friend or this person that you talk to, and you don't really want to start ringing them at midnight now live. Get the pack and then have that conversation afterwards and say, look, I saw this programme, I heard Rob talking about it, I heard Matt filling in the gaps, and hopefully if we've done all of our jobs correctly, then we will have done that. And you honestly, you've got nothing to lose, just do it.
And I was going to say, I really do want to reiterate what Matt just said, that first of all, when you order from Shop on TV, your Post Gold for Cash selling pack, or in fact actually any product, we never share or sell your information with a third party, ever. And neither to Post Gold for Cash. So in other words, all that's going to happen is we're going to transmit securely using bank grade encryption, your order to Post Gold for Cash. That's so it's logged on their system as having come from us, because that's the only way you get the 10% extra on top of your valuation. So it's totally secure, absolutely, completely, 100%. By the way, the reason that you can only order one pack is because if you ordered multiple, they'd all be processed as different orders, if you like, and then you'd get 5 phone calls, 5 valuations, etc. If you do find, and we're going to get into this in more detail, that you can't fit everything into your little mailing bag, which is this here, then just you call the number on the, I haven't got the letter, call them and just ask them for additional envelopes, because you will be assigned a unique customer reference number, and that just means by ordering only one initially, you only get the one reference number, and you can add as many bags on top of that afterwards just by giving them a call. And the number is
01202 844 198.
And again,
01202 844 198.
Amazing. And by the way,
putting you through now.
Exactly. Please hold. They won't be there till Monday, but by ordering your pack now, if you've got any questions, because they'll send it out to you Monday, but you can call them on Monday if you want and ask them additional questions if we don't cover everything tonight, but hopefully we will.
Phone number didn't come from somewhere magic either. It's on your cover letter. So you get sent that. It's part of your gold selling pack. You've got your cover letter there with all of your sort of pointers on the front, all of your contact details for Post Gold for Cash up here, and then a geographical phone number down there, which I read out, the 01202. On the back, if you've sort of not remembered everything that we've said tonight on the show, not a problem, because it's all laid out here. We've got our /gold website page as well on shopontv.co.uk/gold. And you saw when Rob clicked through there earlier on, you'll be able to get access to that when you click on the Post Gold for Cash logo. And then Post Gold for Cash have a lot of details on their own website too. You'll also get your priority gold valuation form.
Yes.
Don't worry about the bottom bit down here, because Post Gold for Cash will fill that bit in. That's when they're actually assessing everything in the pack.
Yep.
The only thing you've got to do when you get this home is fill in your contact details.
Well, actually, that will be pre-populated, won't it, from the order?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes,
If you're an existing Shop on TV customer, yes.
Yeah. So all you need to, I think, all you need to do is the number of items you're sending, your bank details if you want to. But if you
how you want to get paid.
how you want to get paid. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Or if you just change your mind and decide you want them in a different bank account, when they call you, just tell them. Simple as that. They are such a good company, aren't they? And they're so open. They've thought of everything. There isn't a scenario of possible that, or a question you can ask that they can't answer or haven't already thought of, no matter what your circumstances may be. So we'll get into the more unique side of different sort of scenarios deeper into the show. So you get your pack, and then you just basically put your items in here.
Yep. I mean, also, even a little point here, if you forget to put that in, and you put your items into this bag, and you think, oh no, I've forgotten to put my cover letter in. It's all my details are on there. They won't know whose gold it is. Before they send this special delivery envelope out, Post Gold for Cash will have already put your unique customer reference number down there. So they'll be able to match this bag to your details.
So put your form in if you remember, but if you don't cut the envelope open again, because once you seal the special delivery envelope, you can't, it's tamper proof. But that's why they weigh it, because sometimes they do get ones that have been cut open and then sellotape back up because people forgot to put their form in. So if you do forget to put your form in, don't worry about it, just send it off. They'll still, as Matt said, still be able to find you. Look, we're going to get really into the nitty-gritty. For example, if you want to increase the amount of insurance, if you've got items that won't fit in this, if you've got big items, all of that's covered. And still free, by the way, incidentally, no matter what size or weight of items you want to send back. That actually, it's an envelope, but you tape it to a box. It's also a label. So we'll cover all of that and answer any questions you have. But let's meet the folks from Post Gold for Cash, shall we? We've got Sam and Steve, and they, in their own words, their own vocabulary, their own unique style, are going to tell you what they're all about.
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 years. I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young, toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the envelopes.
That's it. It is, absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box, and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same sort of
fabulous. So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and there's something new every day that comes into it.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
Very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth.
Oh!
We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
What, with the gold filling?
Yes,
Still gold.
Yeah, in the dental packet. We will take it. Please send it in.
Where there's gold, there's cash.
Well, we will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old teeth.
No, a little bit of gold.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They've got to have that gold filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think the other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us have all been
And
there.
between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works, and we love talking to the customers and helping, and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, and they're ecstatic with their offers, and say I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them. Because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks, and they're nervous to send the pack through. And sometimes people just send one piece to test, to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly, and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
That's Miss Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time. So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
How fabulous. That is
I
one
want
of those
part-time.
meant to be moments.
Yes, absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well, it's exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from... So what did you do at first? On the phone?
So at first I was on the phone. So I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you. And that was it. And then I was like, oh... Can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? So I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love it.
So you learned the process on the job to the point where...
You've grown with the company, really, haven't you?
I have, absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Very small team.
Very small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal, it's very friendly, it was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back.
I'd love to call them.
How's that?
Just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I found Post Gold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls to them.
And then you started working.
And I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring people, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did. I took photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing.
Like a bonus.
I was recycling some stuff that was sitting in the bedside cabinet.
Nothing.
So we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it, and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing ones.
You were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thought of the idea sort of first, and then others sort of came along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the longevity of the company.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff,
other than Steve being our newbie.
The rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are. Basically, we've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
Tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
Someone else.
Yep. Which is fine, shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation, the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Post Gold for cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy with the offer, as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer. And the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
And a lot of people are surprised by the offer that they receive, particularly if you've got older gold or older precious metals. Matt, do you want to recap for us, if you would?
Yes.
How people get this offer, what they get that is different from if they were just to go directly to Post Gold for cash. And then maybe we can start talking about some of the deeper, richer and more nuanced aspects of the service.
I love it. What an intro. We've got to live up to that now, haven't we?
I'm ready.
I've got to remember exactly what Rob just said and stick to it.
What do you do?
So what do you do? How do you do it? It's very, very easy. So you order your pack. It's a free gold selling pack. It's free delivery. You've got no obligation as well. And what that no obligation means is you don't have to do anything with the pack once you've got it if you really don't want to. So there is no one's going to be ringing you saying, what have you done with the pack and where is it? Yes, there'll be follow-up calls to help you, and you can call them if you want as well. I've visited Post Gold for cash myself a couple of months ago just to see the processes there firsthand, and there's a phone number down here at the bottom based in Bournemouth where you can call them. So order your pack. It's free delivery with no obligation. And what we mean by that is once you get your pack with your gold items, the question is, are they worth more to you, or could they be worth more to you, those items, as the cash value of gold where it currently stands? And don't forget, gold has hit an all-time high in 2026. Yes, it fluctuates each day and it goes up and down therefore, but in 2026, it's hit that all-time high. So now could be the best time for you to do this. So you package up your gold in this little pack here. We'll go into detail on what you need to do and how you need to pack it up as we go through the show. But once you've made that decision to send it off to Post Gold for cash, you send it off to the team there, and it arrives, they weigh it, they appraise it, they come up with a value based on the gram weight of the gold and the purity of the gold items, and they phone you up. It won't be some text message or an email somewhere that you could miss. Yes, they can follow up and they can contact you in those ways if you wish. You just need to put your contact details on here. But it will always be a phone call first to you to speak to you to say, OK, we've appraised your gold and it's worth X. They make that offer to you. And because you're coming through Shop on TV, doing it through our programme now, that offer will be X plus 10%. So you get a 10% on top. You'll also get entered into 3 prize draws. The Post Gold for cash prize draw to win £500 cash. That runs 3 times a year anyway. Automatically, as a Post Gold for cash customer, you'll get entered into that should you decide to sell your gold to them. You also, if you decide to take that gold offer of the cash for your gold, then you'll also get entered into our prize draw to win £500 worth of cash and another prize draw to win £500 worth of credit to spend with Shop on TV. So 3 prize draws plus your extra 10% on your gold valuation. And here it is. You can see there in black and white. It must be
and
true.
yellow. Yes, it must be. All right, Matt. All right, OK. Tell me this then, eh?
Go on.
What if I don't like the offer and I don't want to sell my stuff?
Easy. Post Gold for Cash will send you back your gold items.
For free?
Absolutely. They'll send them back in the same way that you sent them. So if you sent them with the extra insurance because you wanted to insure above the £750 value that automatically gets insured with special delivery with this little envelope, then Post Gold for Cash will send them back with that extra insurance.
Well, it occurs to me we haven't even discussed the extra insurance. So let's do that now. So yes, £750 is the standard.
Yeah.
That's included. That's already paid for. Automatic.
Yeah.
But let's say you think, well, my items are probably worth more than £750. Well, at the post office, this is a post office service. You have 2 options, basically, don't you? So you can either increase your insurance to £1,000. That will cost you £3, which you pay at the counter. If you want to increase it to the maximum they offer, which is £2,500, that will cost you £10. But if you accept the offer, Matt, what happens?
You will get the value of that insurance back on top of your offer.
So they give you the cash back on top of your offer, 100%. And on top of the 10%?
Yes. So you will get, if you've paid an extra £10 insurance to insure up to the top level of £2,500, for example, Post Gold for Cash will add that £10 back on to the valuation
again,
that
it's
you
essentially free.
It's free, yeah.
Now, unless you don't accept the offer, but as you said, all right, they won't refund the money, but they will then match the money you've spent on insurance and send that back to you with the same level of insurance that you sent it to them. So that's one of only 3 scenarios where you have paid a little extra money that it is coming out of your pocket. But if you accept the offer, then it's reimbursed. Now, it's also important to note, here are some of the nuances.
Go on.
If you have sent in a bunch of stuff and it's all worthless, then Post Gold for Cash can either junk it for you or they can return it to you, but they just ask that you pay for the special delivery envelope to have it returned.
That would be the only time that you might end up paying for something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. If it is completely worthless stuff that you've sent.
But as long as there's one precious item, they'll send it back for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what if I don't? Let's say I've sent in 10 things and I get an offer and I go, actually, you know what, maybe I shouldn't flog the wife's wedding band.
Yeah.
Can I have that back?
You can do that as well. You can make that choice and just say, okay, could I have this one and that one back?
Yes.
But could I then sell those?
So there's, as Matt said, no obligation whatsoever, and you are fully and completely and utterly in control.
Yeah.
We should actually, I think, probably tell people what they can and can't send. Okay. Bottom line, as long as it's a precious metal. So anything that is fashion jewellery, foreign currency, things like that, costume, rolled gold, gold-plated, metal core, pinchback jewellery, silver-plated jewellery, that's all worthless. The plating isn't worth anything, really. It's too thin. The same also includes electroplated nickel. Now, silver tableware or cutlery, a lot of, even the sort of fancy cutlery, is it can be a very thick silver plate, but it's still silver plate. However, if you do have solid silver cutlery, then you'll know that because there'll be a single lion on the hallmark, so 1/3 of the England emblem, and then that is worth sending in. But basically anything, gold, coins, earrings, necklaces, chains, bracelets, bangles, pendants, rings, you get the idea. Watches, if you've got a gold strap, or you think it's a gold strap or a gold case, but the watch is not working anymore, that also is worth something. Yeah. And what I wanted to just point out to you, let's say you've got a big, a big silver platter or a big silver jug or silver taps, or I don't know, and they wouldn't fit in the envelope. You can literally put them in any box you like, and it doesn't matter how big or how heavy it is. This is the King's Mail. When you sellotape this to the top of that box, they will honour the next day 1 p.m. delivery. You could theoretically put this on the side of a shipping container, but you just wouldn't be able to get it to the post office and put it on the scales. So, but that is a label as well as a bag. So just bear that in mind, and it's free. You don't have to add any extra insurance to it, except for the 2 levels of insurance. options that you're provided with at the post office counter. If you want to go up to £1,000, it's an extra £3. If you want 2,500, it's an extra £10. So I mean, it really is as simple and as easy as it could be, isn't it?
And you don't need to be an expert, Rob, because on that list that you just saw, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if there's a lion stamp or a hallmark.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, again, in the car on the way here, I was thinking about this.
You think a lot in your car,
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
do. I just didn't want to listen to the radio, but we won't go into why not.
Right.
With that, you think about learning a new thing, don't you? You think, why not look up hallmarks? You know, go onto the assay office website, for example. Look up hallmarks, learn what they are, and it's kind of exciting. You can become a bit of a semi-expert in knowing, oh, that's plated, or you know, if you see a 1 out of 10 or a 1/10 or EPNS, that's electroplated nickel. Something. Silver.
Yes.
There you go, silver.
I don't think it means something.
Yeah. And LJS, Long John Silver, he's my best mate.
Right.
But if you learn all these things, you know, you go away and you think, do you know what? I know something I didn't know this morning. Having said that, you don't need to know any of that because Post Gold for Cash.
Stick it in the bag and send it back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll do
They're
all
the
of
experts.
that. They'll fill in this bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that's worth something, that's 9 carat gold or that's 18 carat gold because they'll see the hallmark or they've got the gun that they use.
They do. We'll see that
as
later.
well.
Yeah. It's an X-ray. An X-ray.
Yeah.
It is an X-ray gun.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of kit. Thousands of pounds worth as well. But it basically X-rays everything and tells you the whole makeup of whatever you're pointing at.
By the way, it doesn't matter what the purity of your metal is either, as long as it's precious. So, for example, there are different purities. You know, there's 9 carat gold, 14 carat gold, 18 carat gold, 22 and 24. So they're just basically. For example, 9 carat gold is 37.5% pure gold, and the rest is alloys. And typically to give the gold strength because it's actually a very soft metal. It's so soft you could actually hammer it out to a thin sheet that would even be somewhat transparent, and it to like the size of half a football field or something. Really? It's ridiculous. It's a really crazy metal.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
It is a phenomenon, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, if it's gold, send it. You know, and silver, the value of silver's been going up and up and up as well. So you know, more and more silver, palladium, platinum, gold. I know Post Gold for Cash is the name, but post any precious metals that you see value in beyond the sentimental value. If you're thinking, well, look, the value of it is worth more to me now as a cash value than the sentimental value from years ago. Maybe a relative has left it or passed it on to you, and or maybe it's broken. You've got one earring left out of the pair that there were. You know, if you see more value in it as money, then now's the time to do it and take advantage. It's 2026. It's hit that all-time
It's a good way to convert money into cash as well, in the sense that maybe you like to do your bit for charity. Maybe you pull together with your neighbours or your friends and you sell your bits and bobs off, and you can give the money to charity. If you've inherited some precious metals from a relative or a friend, or if you know that that's likely to happen in the near future, get your pack, because maybe they're not items that you would get any use out of. But we'll hear Steve's story later, actually, where he sold his precious items and they created a little plaque in memoriam for the person whose items that they used to belong to. So really there's no limit to your imagination in terms of what you use the money for. And maybe, as I say, rather than having something sitting in a drawer or in a shoebox or under the bed or up in the loft, this is a great way to release the cash from that asset, because it is an asset, and if it's not doing you any good and you don't really, you're not bothered about it, I'm sure that everyone could use a little bit more money, even if it is for your own personal use. Maybe, the car's broken down, or, you haven't earned as much this month and the mortgage is due, and, this sort of stuff. There's always room for more money, but, if that's just sitting around and you don't know what to do with it, now you do. And it's completely free. It costs you zero, absolutely zero, to turn that gold or silver or platinum or palladium into cash. Which is great.
You've got to be able to trust it as well, Rob, haven't you?
Yeah.
And the thing is, Post Gold for Cash, they've been around since 2009 doing this. 270,000 customers since day one of going into business. I've been there and visited the small operation that they've got going on. Small, very professional, very family-orientated, close-knit.
A lot of dogs.
Really, really nice team. There's a lovely couple of dogs there, actually.
Yeah.
So, I can't remember his name, but there was one that was jumping up. Anyway, we're going off topic. But trust it. It's so important. Absolutely so important. Because you might think, well, I know I've got a few broken items at home. I'd love to send my gold in, but there's no way I'm sending it to somebody I don't trust. Well, it's free delivery. We're on Freeview 89. We're on ITV1 and STV with this programme as well. And ITVX and the plus ones. You know, the trust is there. The trust is there where you know the brand name and they've been around since 2009 and you've got our seal of approval and the seal of approval of 2,500 excellent Trustpilot reviews as well and 270,000 customers that have used the service. Plus it's free delivery, no obligation whatsoever, and you get your extra 10%. You're covered all the way with your prize draws that you're entered into too. So you know that you've got the process down. It's easy to do step by step. And you can trust it, and there's no obligation to accept the offer or do anything.
Well, we were going to play a video about why post gold for cash. I think we just covered that, but we'll play it again later. But what we will do is, I think, just to give you an idea, we'll play you some examples from that previous, in fact, the very first show that they were on our airwaves on ITV1 and STV. And also, if you're wondering about what if I've got gemstones in my jewellery, we'll cover that after this.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like that.
Could we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number? I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go 425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
have we got a reveal?
A little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes, because they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free.
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just, just a little single gold ring sat there in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it up.
It's quite thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah. I'm going to go, I don't know, 200.
Smell it.
200.
Smell it? No. Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£500?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because of the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 carat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no, you that one. Wow. And
Okay.
one more thing, what else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now, this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price wise, don't, how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word, there's another
It kept
zero.
coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an
surprised.
extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
Oh, lovely. We've
It's
got
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
You can make some money. That's what you can do now. We'll show you some more examples in a minute. I love watching those videos. But I did promise that we would answer the question, what happens if I have gemstones in my jewellery?
Okay, short answer, Rob. Take them out. Unless we'll talk about diamonds in a sec,
Yeah.
but precious gemstones like opals, sapphires, emeralds, rubies, anything else you've got, Andalusite,
Malachite.
tourmaline, malachite.
Yeah, we both used to work for a gems company.
We could do all this. We could do it all day.
Zarite.
In fact, we could keep naming them until one of us runs out. Be like, oh no! And then I don't know. The last one to not mention a gemstone has to drink a bottle of Tizer in 10 seconds. There you go.
Okay, well, that was very Alan Partridge.
Yeah, it was. wasn't it?
Tizer in 10 seconds.
A little bit too much. But take them out. So hopefully that random exchange will remind you of what's.
And if you can't take them out yourself, what? Take them to your jeweller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if you don't care.
Yeah.
But if you've got, look, if you've
take
got-
them out as a keepsake, you should take them out.
Yes.
However, Post Gold for Cash will appraise a diamond a
Yes.
quarter of a carat and above.
Single
generally
diamond.
speaking, yeah,
Yes,
a
yeah,
single
yeah.
diamond, a
So
quarter.
you
of a
will
carat
get
and
some
above.
money for a diamond over a quarter of a carat.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Depending on colour, depending on clarity, depending on carat weight and size.
The 4 C's.
Yes. I still can't remember what they all are.
I feel like we've cut colour, clarity, and carat weight.
Well done. What's the other one though?
No, that's the 4.
I
Well,
know. I was just
cost.
tricking you.
I used to do. I used
Oh,
to do
right.
the 5 C's because cost. No, I did 6 C's. Cost
Yeah.
and choice.
And Christmas.
Oh, wow.
I've made that one up. Sorry.
Wow, that's. I've just realised we're not selling gemstones tonight. So, but we are giving you an opportunity. We're selling a dream tonight. We're giving you the opportunity to make some money out of items, precious items you have lying around your house, like these.
We're going to look at some examples, and we'll go to those 3 examples that you laid out for us. Now, Sam did get us to guess what the value was. On
I think
these
I can
items.
guess now.
I think we'll do quite
I
well
think we
now.
might get it right now.
But-
So we looked at this.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great little bag to send. If you can send a few bits, you can send just one item. But I think it's nice to have a little nosy round and send a few bits in. And what sort of stuff have we got in here?
So, I mean, we're looking at, onyx rings.
Oh gosh, yes.
You mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
didn't you,
absolutely.
Steve, and
Of
they're
course.
very much.
I remember mine had a stone in and I lost the stone very early on.
Right.
There's been so many sort of gold rings that have been popular for so long and then they go out of fashion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've got white gold, so that's still gold. That's still 9 carat gold. It's just white.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, signet rings. It's pretty traditional. You often your grandparents sort of have a signet ring on the little finger,
Yeah.
or use that as a wedding ring. So it doesn't look like there's that much there really. And obviously, if I was making you guess again as to how much it was worth,
Well, we guessed, I think, what did you guess?
wasn't it 2?
I think I,
3 and
I
did
said,
you say
I said
2?
3, I think, and
Oh,
you
did
said
3 and 4, I think.
Right, okay,
Something
3
like
and
that.
4, we were
way out.
we were rubbish.
700.
Should have added it together, really, because you will get an extra 10% on top of that. So if that was your bag, they would normally ring up and say £750 is what it's worth. Would you like that money, or would you like to accept it? And you can say yes or no. If you say no, they'll send it back for free. But actually, they'll add on another £75 because you are getting your sort of postage pack via us here on Shop on TV, because we've got an exclusive where you'll get an extra 10% on the value.
So another £75 takes it to 825. Have I got that right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, that sounds about right.
call me countdown.
Easy maths right there.
Carol.
Carol.
So that extra 10%, no matter what the value is to your envelope. And we've got another example. This one blew me away because this is just a single
Visually,
gold
just
band.
looking at that again, you'd think, well, it won't be, you know, it's a gold. I think it's gold. I think it's got a hallmark. I think it's gold. It doesn't matter as long as, you know, send it in, even if it hasn't got a hallmark. If you think it's gold, you're looking at that thinking, yeah, it's a band. What do you think about? I think, did we guess about 100?
I think I said 100, yeah.
Quite low with it, weren't you?
Yeah, we were, yeah. Yeah, but it's a gold band. I wouldn't think
not much.
But it doesn't matter that it's not fancy and it's all singing and dancing. It's gold, and when you touch that
It does,
and feel the weight, you do think, well, actually, it's
got
quite
something to it.
hefty gold. So, what price was this, Sam?
Okay, so you're looking in the region of £500.
For one item.
Around £500
Of course,
for that.
for you today, and obviously these are just ideas, and it would be £550 because you got an extra 10% on top of that.
So with our exclusive offer, an extra 10%
yeah.
and 3 prize
And obviously
draws.
it's not going to be every gold ring that's going to be £500. It's all down to the weight and the gold. What gold
grade.
is that?
So that's 22 carat gold.
Oh,
so
right.
the purity is much higher than, say, the 9 carat gold that we've got here.
Okay.
They've thought of everything post gold for cash, haven't they? Do you know, I ask, because I like to be as tricky and difficult as I possibly can. I've tried to catch Sam out on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
We even had a customer who was calling from, I think it was Portugal or somewhere like that. And it's like, you know, can I still sell my stuff?
Yeah.
And her answer was, well, as long as you've got a UK bank account, and we'll give us a call and we'll figure out how to get the items to us. Because the other question is, what happens if if you've got items that you think are worth more than the insurance value, even if you upgrade to 2,500 quid, just split it amongst multiple packs. So I went, well, what if I've got one item that I think's worth more than 2,500?
Yeah.
She said, give us a call,
Yeah,
and
call
we'll
them.
figure out how to get it to. So there's they will find a way.
Call them. I mean, get on the books and get on the system with one pack.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
go to the website. I won't do your job for you, Rob, but it's there. So go to the website and do that bit that Rob will tell you about at some point. But yeah, just get the one pack for now, and then your name and address and your details are on our system as a Shop on TV customer. And then once you've got the pack, the cover letter is there. That comes to you, and then you've got this is like your ticket to communicate with Post Gold for Cash then, because you've got all the contact details here, and the phone number, the 01202 number for Bournemouth down here. So you've got it then. That you're on the books, you're on the system.
Absolutely.
You've got the pack. You can do what you want, then request more packs.
And it's totally free. Just remember, you have to check out though, because we've added it like a product, but it's free, and there's no postage and packing. So you can, if you want to. The way you normally get to our products is you click the live on air shop now, and that takes you through to the show page. There's only one product on the show tonight if you scroll down. By the way, there's a web message box if you've got any questions. There are some of the shows that are forthcoming. And there is the Post Gold for Cash, a free gold selling pack. Again, free P&P, £0 and 0 pence. We don't ask for any financial information from you. You can just click buy now, or you can add it to your basket. And then if you do add it to your basket, just make sure you check out. Now, I want to say, if you don't continue as a guest, if you've got an account, you can sign in. But if you create an account, it's totally free. All we need is your name, address, your phone number, and what you will then get, is the ability to log in and check out quickly, more quickly when you buy other things in the future. But you have an address book, and you can add, I think it's unlimited addresses. So let's say you're sitting there going, well, I've got nothing I want to sell, but I know that, you know, my Aunt Sue or my mum or whatever, they do. And maybe you've got elderly parents, and you're like, I'll order a pack for them. You can have it sent to their address in their name with their phone number attached. Yeah. And then you can let them know over the course of the weekend that, you know, I've got this pack coming to you, and you get some money for your gold. Now, the other great thing about Post Gold for Cash, because they're human people, and they're very nice human people, if, let's say, for example, you don't like dealing with somebody personally on the phone, on your form, literally just write on the back or stick it on a post-it note or a slip of paper, please will you email me my offer, and they'll email it instead. If you don't like having any contact whatsoever, or if, let's say, for example, you are having a pack sent on someone's behalf to their address, you want to deal with it for them, just have, again, either on the form or somewhere, a post-it note, slip of paper, saying, please will you deal with so-and-so, their name, their contact information on my behalf. So whatever you want to do, however you want to be dealt with in the way that is most accessible and most sort of palatable for you, you can. And again, there is a place where you can put your bank details so that that's already logged on Postgold for Cash's system. So the minute you accept an offer, that money can go straight into your account. But if you change your mind, it's not an issue. Or if you don't want to put your bank information on there at all, they're going to contact you predominantly by phone. But as I say, if you prefer email, they'll contact you with your offer. And even if your items aren't worth anything, they'll still contact you to say, look, we've done your evaluation, unfortunately your items aren't worth anything. But if they are, you can tell them, oh, actually, can you put it in this bank account or that bank account? As long as it's a UK bank account with a bank account number and a sort code, you can have the money go wherever you want. And you're not ever locked in to anything. You can change your mind. You might have sent something by mistake, and then you suddenly realise it's not in it. You know, once you send that pack off, it's not like that's it, you're stuck. Because at any point you can change your mind on all of the items or some of the items, or you can accept the offer and get the money, and you can get a cheque if you want to check, if you don't want to do electronic transfer. They'll even send you cash. Now obviously if you do a cheque or cash, then you won't get the money the same day, because they'll send it the same day, but you won't receive it till the next day. And the only difference is that if you want the cash, then they just ask that you pay for the insured a postage envelope to send that cash to you, which is £9, and they actually take that off of your valuation, I think, don't they?
Yeah, that would be the only time that it would cost you money at all. If you choose to have a cash payment as opposed to a bank transfer or a cheque. So cash payment, but that's then mailed special delivery to you by Postgold for Cash, and the cost of that special delivery mailing is £9.
Yes.
So that's the only time that you'd spend, or it would cost you money.
But hey, if you want cash, you want cash. It's as simple. Some people just like to have folding money. Now, one of the ways that Postgold for Cash determine what the sort of quality and purity of your metal is by looking for a hallmark, which you might think is an easy thing to do, but Sean and Hayley are going to demonstrate. It isn't always.
There'll be things that you think are worthless, but actually are worth more than you ever realised, which is really exciting.
I mean, there could be things like this that you wore and wore and wore, and then
it's not fashionable anymore.
Keeper rings. Very fashionable back in the sort
What are they called?
Keeper rings.
Keeper rings.
Yes.
Keeper ring.
Like a lot of us got onyx rings. I remember getting an onyx ring for my 18th.
Me too.
I remember the stone falling out, and then that had value. And it was lovely from when I was 18.
Yeah,
but
don't
don't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
So that went in the package for me.
I mean, there's so many things that has value that.
And has that got a hallmark?
Couldn't it?
Or has that not got a hallmark?
Have we got to look for it
Go and
now?
have a look for it.
Sam's going to say have a look for it. Right, I'm going to move this out and have a look.
Has it got a hallmark?
Let's have a look.
Because again, I'd look at that and think, oh, is it real gold? Because it's got that look to it.
Yes.
So I would
isn't it?
flip it and look at the bottom.
Underneath.
That's a
Can you see it? Oh, you look really intelligent.
Do I?
I think we've got a position.
Is there a job for me?
I think so. Yeah.
There would be if I could find anything.
But you look
very dapper. So
There you go.
So there is, but can you read it?
I can't see anything.
Or is there not one?
I can't find it.
No?
No, I'm useless. You don't want to
That
get
might
me
be
a
the
job.
chocolate one, Sean.
If there wasn't, you'd still be able to discover what that gold was.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So we have an X-ray gun. A big old yellow gun that's very expensive, but it does the job. So it's like going to the hospital and having an X-ray at the hospital. They can look at your bones. I can look at the content of the metal within the item.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you can do this.
Is it there?
I don't know.
I don't. Let me see.
You have a look. Oh, we're not very good
Do you
at
want me to
this.
give you an easy one?
Yes. With a really big hallmark on.
I don't. Is there one?
So here, just on the inside of this bangle.
Look, just completely pointed it out.
I know.
Really big font.
I couldn't make it any simpler for you,
I don't
frankly.
think there is one in there.
I hope there's not.
Shall I have a look?
You have a look. I bet you can
Have a look
find
in
it.
that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
This is a skill, Sam.
Absolutely.
You have a real skill.
And
She
good
does.
eyes.
She has great skill.
Well, clearly my eyes are not that good because I couldn't see the graph.
You're close up, but not a long way away. Again, you might be at home thinking, is it? Put it in the envelope.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know because
Look,
oh,
look what Sam's doing.
what's she doing? She's getting closer.
Sam does it. She's really close. Really close.
Trying to make it look professional.
Close.
I think you might be right. I think
There
it
isn't
might not be.
one.
I think it
I've
could have been
chosen the one
resized.
piece.
I think you've done really well. Yes. And this
hear
one,
that.
I mean, you don't need a loop. You can see that.
Yes.
Well, I think this says, does it say 9 carat? This says 9 carat, I think. Would it say that?
It is 9 carat.
Hey, the
You
winner.
win it. You win.
You get an envelope.
By the end of this, you're going to have all of it hallmarked. You're going to know what they all are.
I'm seeing double now. I've had my eyes closed. I've been doing this, but
That is a real skill,
yeah,
Sam.
It is.
That's a learned skill, though, isn't it? Because you've been there for
Over 15 years, yes.
And you started, just reiterate how you
So
started.
I started there working, phoning the customers to give them their offers.
Thank you.
So that's what I started doing.
Right.
And then I started to get curious. You know, I want to go and have a look.
It is something, though, you would naturally,
You're
I think,
drawn
get
to it
really
like a magpie.
interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you do the valuation.
I do. So the majority of the items that you send in to us will cross my table and I will value it for you.
Now, that lady's not just known as Sam anymore. Do you know this?
Oh, go on.
Yeah, she's now her official title that the audience have given her.
Go on.
Sam off the telly.
Sam off the telly.
Sam off the telly will give you a call, yeah.
Because I've had the pleasure of seeing Sam and meeting Sam and going to the offices of Post Gold for Cash. But I also know that Sam does a lot of the phone calls. So
She does.
I get why.
Did you find when you met Sam for the first time that you instantly felt that you'd known her for years?
Yeah, at ease. I felt at ease.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
Steve's a wonderful bloke.
Yeah,
as well. I
lovely
mean, they're
guy.
just fabulous.
Really lovely guy. You can just tell, can't
Yeah.
you? That, but you need that. You need that level of trust. If you're going to be parceling up things of value that could be £100 worth, could be £200 worth, could be £2,500 worth.
Yeah.
If you're filling this bag with your precious metals, gold, silver, palladium, platinum, predominantly gold, you want to know that you can trust the people at the end of that process.
absolutely, yeah.
So yes, Sam is a lovely person. Steve, obviously very personable.
Yeah,
there are only
yeah.
a couple of other people in the
Vicky,
office with
is
them.
she
It's a
one of
very
them?
small,
Yeah.
very small group of people there. Ash, the founder, in 2009, when he had the idea, it struck him that, hang on a minute, that he wasn't aware of any other company doing this. Back in 2009, so he started the business. He knew he couldn't do it on his own, so he teamed up with a chap called Ian that helped with the whole process of what you do with the gold afterwards. Ash got the process down with, I know how to get the gold sent in and I know what to do with it and how to weigh it and how to appraise it and then value it and get the value back and liaise with customers. But then together, Ash and Ian were that duo that set the company up back in 2009. And a company does not stick around with 2,500 Trustpilot reviews giving an excellent result on Trustpilot, with 270,000 customers over that period of time from 2009. A company like that does not stick around until 2026 and beyond if they're doing a bad job or falling short in any kind of way or not trustworthy. So you've got that trust, you've got that process, they've got it down, and it's simple. Send your gold in. If it's gold, send it. You know, they'll value it. They'll give you the value. If you accept it, you accept it. You'll get an extra 10% on top and entry into three prize draws. And if you don't want to accept the offer, then don't. They'll send it back to you free of charge.
Now, we watched about a little video just a second ago about how they will... the first clue as to the purity of your gold is with a hallmark.
Yeah.
But not all gold, particularly from gold outside of the UK, is hallmarked.
True.
So what happens, Matt, when there isn't a hallmark? Shall we find out? Let's look through the round window.
So what we would use is the Thermo Scientific.
Gosh.
And it's quite weighty. I don't know if you want
Let me
to...
put that back. Oh, it is weighty.
Yeah.
So you'll point at the
Oh,
piece of the
gosh.
jewellery.
Yeah. So basically we will hold the piece of jewellery across the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and then we hold it. So it's almost like, imagine going for an X-ray at the hospital.
Ah, right, and then it
The X-ray
tells
allows you to go through and see the bones.
Inside.
This then basically tells us what the metal content is
Oh,
in there
wow.
and what sort of percentages.
Very, very
Wow.
accurate.
Wow.
This feels very expensive.
It is very expensive.
So I'm going to
yes.
pass that
Don't
back.
drop
Okay. I'll pass
So
it to
even if
Steve.
it's not hallmarked, you sort of know, well, I'm sure it is gold, but I can't find it. Or if you look at Hallmark and you're like me, all seems to just blur into one, and you're like, I'm not sure if those numbers mean anything. Send it into you and you
Absolutely.
can always discover what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and if you've got a mixture of stuff, chuck it all in the bag. Some people will put it into individual bags or things like that. It's our job. You just want ease. So put it into one of these packs, send it in to us. We'll deal with it from our end.
So it doesn't matter how many items you put in, as
not
long
all
as you
you
fit
can
into
send.
there.
You could send a single earring in if that's all you've got and you want to give it a go. If you've got other items, then just pop it all into us.
I
Yeah.
find it really exciting when a customer sends in a pack and they put in a little envelope no value things that they think it's no value.
And it is.
Yes.
And I've observed Sam with her special gun and and it comes up as gold, 18 carat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's an extra £400 in the offer.
Yeah.
And I just find that really exciting for the
that's-
customer
that'd
be
that they
great.
didn't expect to get that offer.
I bet that's often the way. I think sometimes
Absolutely.
you look at something and think it is,
So
yeah,
we
that's
do the
worth a
work for
fortune.
them. We make it as
And
easy as
yeah.
possible.
Bless that, Steve. We're going to hear Steve's story in a moment. You just told me something mighty interesting, Matt.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Would you like to share it with our wonderful viewer?
Okay, so we've been talking about the value of gold going on an upward trend lately.
Yes.
And in 2026, it has hit an all-time high in terms of price.
Yeah.
And that's the London Bullion Markets Association. And the price of gold is pinpointed twice daily, in the morning and the afternoon.
Yes.
And then from that, it's worked out on a daily price. And then you can see how it's fluctuated over that period. That's over a year's period, that graph that you just saw there, hitting an all-time high in 2026. You can kind of see a trend with post-gold for cash's average payouts.
Yeah.
Because I was chatting to Rob just while we were just watching that video there, because we love to multitask.
We do.
And in 2024, the average payout per pack for post-gold for cash was £300. In 2025, can you remember or guess how much it was? Or have you got an idea at home how much it might have been? It's gone up from £300 average payout, £300 in 2024. In 2025, went up to £400. It's a big increase.
that is.
That's like a 30-something% increase,
Yeah.
isn't it? So from £300 average payout to £400, that's from 2024 to 2025. And in 2026,
Who knows?
you saw the graph, didn't
Yeah,
you? So
yeah,
you've
yeah.
got an idea on what the average payout is going to be.
I mean, you do get real money for this. And I want to say, the one thing maybe we haven't covered before we hear Steve's story is, what's the alternative? Well, there are pawnbrokers, but that's a different model. The idea, they're obviously motivated to buy from you as low as possible, so that if you don't pay for that item and have it returned to you, then they can sell it for more and make a profit.
Sorry, I'm slightly cutting Rob as well, because when
Yeah.
I mentioned that to my main contact at Post Gold for Cash, that was giving me a little bit of a lowdown when I met the team and everything, he actually said you can disregard that because it's just totally different.
Yes,
It's
that's exactly,
it's
yes.
as you just said,
Yes.
it's such a different kettle of fish.
Totally.
You can't even compare.
No,
it's
no.
not as clean and crisp as this is my gold, weigh it per gram, look at the value of gold
What's
at
it
the
worth?
moment and give me a value.
some money. Well, actually, that's just reminded me of something else. So the other thing is you can sell your items online, but that's involved, and also it kind of presupposes that you have some idea what your items might be worth in the first place, which maybe you do. Whereas this is a straightforward online gold selling merchant. And by the way, if you've ever used one of the other online gold selling merchants and have any kind of an appraisal from them, if you send the same items into Post Gold for Cash and you can provide basic proof of that appraisal from that whatever the other online gold selling merchant company happens to be, Post Gold for Cash will match it. But if they think that you were lowballed by that other company and that they would have paid you more, they don't shut up about it. they'll pay you more. Plus, because you're getting your free gold selling pack through Shop on TV right now, that also means that you will get an extra 10% on top, which you wouldn't have done with the other online gold selling merchant. So in other words, you are guaranteed, when it comes to all the online gold selling merchants out there, or companies, or whatever you want to call them, you are guaranteed to get the most money always, every time, from Post Gold for Cash, when you specifically and especially when you do it through Shop on TV. No obligation, extra 10% on top, and 3 prize draws that you're entered into when you accept the offer. So, I mean, it is, and again, as Matt said earlier, we are a trusted partner of ITV and STV and Freeview. It is a partnership where, we don't just sort of rock up and buy a bit of airtime and then try and flog your stuff at night. It is a partnership, and we wouldn't be trusted if we weren't trustworthy, and we wouldn't have Post Gold for Cash on our airwaves and be a partner with them on your behalf if they weren't trustworthy. So again, trust, safety, peace of mind always. And when you see Steve, you just think butter, mouth, wouldn't melt. He's they all are genuinely wonderful people who are here to help. And it's interesting, actually, how many of them, I mean, Sam's been there since, I think, the company was 1 year old.
Yes, about 15 years, I think.
15 years.
She's been there, yeah.
But Steve, he is like that famous boy band, the New Kid on the Block.
Oh yeah. Because his story. Did we see his story actually?
That was my throw to it.
Oh crumbs! Sorry. What an amazing segue. Yeah.
Let's
ruined.
No. Ruined. Take 2. No, Matt. Here we go. Right. Steve is like the great boy band, the New Kid on the Block.
When I first got involved, one of my friends asked me would I do some mystery shopping on the gold business, the gold selling industry, online stuff. So I've done some mystery shopping before, which I really enjoyed, and I love giving a bit of feedback. So I looked into about half a dozen, 7 or 8 companies, and I looked at Post Gold for Cash, and I looked at their process, and it was really simple, really easy to do, and I gave them very detailed feedback. And I chose that one company to send some of my items.
Right.
That I had inherited-ish. There was a few items that my auntie and uncle, God bless them, they left, and I didn't know what to do with them. They were gathering dust, and I was like, yeah. And actually, I sent the pieces in, and I didn't expect much, maybe £100, £150, and I think I got over £400 for the pieces that I sent through.
Brilliant.
And I just found the process so easy. From personal experience as a customer, I then chose to choose them as my trusted partner I want to do business with. They were very trustworthy, very easy to work with, and I accepted the offer. What I then chose to do was to buy a plaque for a bench in the local crematorium.
How lovely.
And so actually, when the weather's nice or even when it's raining, I like to go and sit up there.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that much more than seeing a bit of gold sitting in a drawer beside my bed.
Oh, not even seeing it.
So, and actually, it's got a little quote from Uncle Georgie boy, and it's got his little quote, and it was I can't remember what was it. I'll remember his quote later. But I think he said "Go steady." He used to say "Go steady."
Bless.
So I put it on the quote, "Go steady" on the plaque, and it's his name and my auntie Sheila.
Oh, how
Brilliant.
lovely.
Love them dearly,
And that
that's
means
why I use the money.
so much more.
It means it makes my hairs.
It makes my hairs go on.
And I found, out of all the mystery shopping I did, I found Post Gold for Cash to be the most trustworthy. I found them easy to work with, and personally, I found the prices great.
And then went to work for them, which is so
Absolutely,
doesn't it?
And I then enjoy sharing that experience of being a mystery shopper with the customers I speak to.
Of course, yeah.
Because I've got that lived experience, and I say, well, I did this and I did that, and I took photos of my stuff because I thought someone in the post office, someone might take it by accident, or might get it lost. So I wanted my own evidence. So I encourage people to do that as well.
Yeah.
But the trust was there. When I spoke to colleagues like Sam and others in the office, it was so easy to do business with.
Steve, you should tell that story again about your initial...
Yeah. So sometimes it's a hard decision to choose to part with some bits.
Of course.
But when it's just sitting there, you're thinking, it's gathering dust. And you just change the mindset. What else could I do with it?
Yeah.
So I chose to turn these few extra pieces from my amazing Auntie Sheila and Uncle George, and I posted them into Post Gold. I received just under £400 and I invested in a plaque. You get a 10-year lease at the local crematorium.
Oh,
so I know their plaque is on there for 10 years and it's a beautiful little memorial to them both. And their little quote says, "Go steady." So I sit on that bench and I think of them both and it says, "Go steady." And it's like, any day of the week, I'd rather that sit there than sit in my drawer next to me.
That means so much more to you.
Incredibly,
that
incredibly.
Jewellery.
And once again, it makes the hairs on my arm.
It does me every time.
You know, because and they would be so happy. And we all get little messages with feathers and robins and stuff. And I go and sit on that bench, and I often see a robin. And they used to talk about their robins all the time. And you know, and I love that connection.
Do you know a similar thing happened to me? I was just walking past the studio and someone said, "Hey, you want to be a presenter?"
Is that how it happened?
That's how it happened. Yeah, yeah. Actually, do you know my story?
No.
I was at the very first shopping channel, and I just finished working for children's television. 5 years I've been in children's television as a presenter and an actor and various other things. And so I was working behind the scenes at the first shopping channel, but I was really interested in what they were doing. It was the first time it had ever been seen in this country, and I wanted to do it. So I used to go in dressed, and I made it very known that I was a presenter and blah, blah, blah. And one day, one of the presenters was violently sick in the middle of a jewellery show and literally had to run off the set and throw up in a fire bucket.
Oh, crumbs.
And they were like, "What are we going to do?" So, is Rob here?
And you were dressed and ready to go?
And they put me on the air, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, Rob, I think you were a natural, because I remember watching you, probably when we got Sky, I think, back in the day, we bought a new dishwasher and got Sky for free. Oh. We would never have paid for it. We weren't like that. Yeah. I remember watching you on one of these channels, and I remember thinking, he's relaxed, he's cool, calm and collected. Yeah. But you also
Where
had
do I send
everything.
the check? Yeah.
You also you're like, "Oh, I've got one of these. I've got one of these." I thought, I want to see his house, because he's obviously got everything.
I did a lot of ordering and a lot of gold. I bought a necklace and a bracelet. Yeah. The bracelet, it was 9-carat gold curb chain, and it was I think about
classic
£125, something like that. And the necklace was matching, 20 inches. Yeah. 9-carat gold, and it was about £250. Those would each be worth over £1,000 today.
Because gold in the last 12 months has gone up by over 60%. Well, if you look just in the last 12 months.
You know what, I've done the same. You know, when you look at the chart for just last year, if you look at the chart since they started recording, well, since records began, it too the line goes up. The line right now, though, is going to head towards Scottish television, so stay tuned and we'll be back, and ITV as well after this. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a huge and extremely warm welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock. With me. Tonight is all about turning precious metals into money. Yes, it's Post Gold for Cash, which is a completely free service that is offered to you via Shop on TV with an exclusive deal that allows you to make even more money, and it's very, very simple. You're going to order a free gold selling pack, totally free, not going to cost you a penny. You're going to put your precious items into this bag, and you're going to put that bag into this prepaid envelope, which is insured, along with a very simple form, which is mostly pre-populated, and that will then go to Post Gold for Cash. They will call you basically the next working day with an offer for how much they have appraised your items as being worth, and you can either accept that offer and get the money in your account that same day, or you can say, no, I don't want to accept the offer, or I just want to accept part of the offer, and if you accept none of it, the items will be returned to you free of charge as well. So it really is that simple. All you've got to do is go to shopontv.co.uk, click on the banner that says Post Gold for Cash, or you can go to if you're a regular viewer, our regular product page, and you will find the Post Gold for Cash free selling pack. You can pop it in your basket, but do make sure you check out. We've actually added it essentially like a product. but it's just free. And the reason for that is because your details will securely be transmitted to Post Gold for Cash, and that's how they know to give you the extra 10% on your offer. So I recommend you just click buy now. If you click buy now, then basically it just cuts out a whole bunch of steps. No obligation whatsoever to get your gold selling pack. You do not have to accept the offer. You don't have to send the pack back. You don't even have to send it back right away. You send it back when you're good and ready. There was one customer who didn't send their pack back for 10 years. They do not expire. By ordering and doing the whole thing essentially exclusively through Shop on TV, you will get an additional 10% on top of your valuation versus going to them directly, and you'll be included in, when you accept the offer, into 3 prize draws. One of them is an exclusive ITV1 STV live show special where you stand a chance of winning £500. There's another one where you can win £500 of credit to spend on Shop on TV, and you'll also be entered into the regular Post Gold for Cash prize draw, which is also £500, so you have 3 chances to win. The next draw is on the 30th of April. Don't worry if you miss that deadline, you'll just automatically be included in the one after. They happen 3 times a year, every 4 months basically. For more information, you can go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, and all the information is laid out, but we're going to cover it in detail. Make sure you check out your basket when you get this, when you go to get your gold selling pack, because if you don't check out, the details don't get sent to Post Gold for Cash, you don't receive your gold selling pack, you can't sell your gold. And it's really, really simple. You order right now today, it's technically Saturday. Now, obviously, they work office hours, business hours, so they'll receive your order on Monday and they will send out your free gold selling pack, which you will then receive Tuesday, sent out first class. And if you get that to the post office, you have to take it to the post office, don't put it in the post box for reasons we're going to explain. And then they basically, if you get it before close of business on Tuesday, Post Gold for Cash will receive it at about 9 o'clock the following morning on Wednesday. And if you accept the offer, because you'll get a call from them at about midday, and if you accept it, you'll have the money in your account by 4 p.m. So by Wednesday, whatever gold or silver or platinum or palladium, whatever precious metals you've got lying around in a drawer, under the bed, in a shoebox, secreted in the biscuit tin or the sugar bowl, wherever it is, if it's not doing anything for you, and if the cash is worth more to you than any potential sentimental value for those items, then that could be real, true, honest money in your bank on Wednesday, plus 10% more than if you sent those items directly to Post Gold for Cash. And they guarantee that you'll get the most money that you can from any online gold buying service, and we'll cover that in more detail as well. That's it in a nutshell. I think you get the idea. If you've got any questions, then feel free to drop us a line, studio@shopontv.co.uk, and we'll answer them for you. We'll get into all the nitty-gritty. And the good thing is, I'm very pleased to say I'm not alone. I'm lonely, but not alone. No, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we don't just have one of the finest presenters on the British Airways, but also we have someone I've been proud to call friend for many, many years, 3 decades or more, and actually somebody I went to school with. He's here, he's live, and he's alive, and he's lively. It's Matthew McNamara.
What an introduction. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you. It's lovely to be here and lovely to be doing a show with you as
Finally.
well. And it's been a long, long time.
We've worked at the same places at different times, and we've always been ships passing in the night, haven't we?
But never together, never sat at the same glass table until now.
Other tables are available.
But glass one's the best.
Right, let's get into it, shall we?
And why am I here as well?
Why are you here, Matt?
Yeah, because the question is, why am I flying the flag for Post Gold for Cash?
That's a good question.
Normally, I work behind the scenes for Shop on TV, so I look after the advertisers, the companies that want to come on and purchase a slot of the airwaves and get their message across. So, having dealt very closely with Post Gold for Cash, having visited their HQ, knowing that they're extremely busy at the moment. I don't know if you know this actually, Rob, but Post Gold for Cash are the busiest currently as a company that they have ever been in their 16-year history right now. Right. So the team, Sam and Steve, that you may have seen before on the ITV1 and STV shows, they are back at base and every minute counts for them. So I'm here helping out and filling in some very big shoes, and hopefully here to do a good job in conveying just how easy it is, how trustworthy it is, how no obligation it is, and how free it is to send your gold and your precious metals to Post Gold for Cash.
Well, let's sort of dissect that. First of all, how safe is it to send gold through the mail?
Extremely safe. But he would say that, wouldn't he? So here's why. Here's to prove it now. So it's end-to-end tracked all the way. So as soon as you parcel up your gold, we'll go into how to do it and how to fill in the form in just a moment. Yep. But once you parcelled up your gold, you take it in person to the post office counter. So don't put it in the red post box. Don't hand it to somebody to send in for you.
And there's a reason you take it to the post office, isn't there?
Absolutely, Rob. I'm glad you asked. You take it straight to the post office counter because they weigh it straight away. They then give you a receipt, which is your proof of posting and your insurance.
And it's £750 included, immediately activated when they scan your barcode.
Because of the special delivery envelope that you would have been sent in your free gold selling pack, you don't have to buy that envelope. It's in your free gold selling pack. That covers you for up to £750 worth of insurance. So as soon as you hand it over in the post office counter, you get your receipt back. It's got the weight on there, because the first thing they do is pop it on the scales, don't they? When you go into the post office, they say, OK, pop it on the scales. No matter what you say, you could go in there and say, I just had a lovely lunch down at the sandwich shop down the road. Pop it on the scales. They're like programmed to say, pop it. So as soon as you pop your envelope on the scales, they weigh it, they give you the receipt. That's your proof of posting. That's your insurance.
And it's your tracking, so you can make sure
exactly. It's got your number on it, it's got your tracking, and it's got the weight on it, which is very, very important.
If you want to increase your insurance, you can do that. Basically, it's very simple. If you think your items are worth more than £750, then there are two options. This is offered by the post office. This is not a service offered through us or by Post Gold for Cash. It's the Royal Mail. You can increase your insurance to £1,000. That will cost you £3. Now, if you want to go to the maximum they offer, which is £2,500, that will cost you £10. But the good thing is that when you accept the offer from Post Gold for Cash, they refund whatever you paid. In fact, the post office will stick a little label on your envelope to say £3 or £10. And if you don't accept the offer, then all right, you've paid the £3 or £10, but Post Gold for Cash will return your items to you with the same level of insurance that you paid. So they will match it, £3 or £10, to get the items back to you. So once you've gone to shopontv.co.uk, or you can call as well, 0333241241. Keep a note of this item number, because you can come back and get as many packs as you like whenever you like. That's why we've added it like a product, as if it was a microwave or a toaster oven. The only thing is it's completely free with free P&P. You can either call, or when you go to the website. In fact, actually, Fraser, would you mind popping in 671236 into the search bar? So, if it's not, maybe that banner that's there right now won't be in the future, it doesn't matter. Pop in the item number 671236, boom, takes you straight through to the product, and click on it there, and the product, it's just the free gold selling pack. You can add it to your basket and then check out your basket, but that's 2 extra steps. If you just click buy now, you can sign in if you're already a customer. We don't take any money from you whatsoever, or any financial information, actually. You can create an account for free if you wish, or otherwise just continue as a guest, put your information in. It is transmitted securely to Post Gold for Cash, but we don't store that information. You will obviously still get your receipt or your email that your information has been received and transmitted securely to Post Gold for Cash. 2 points to make on that as well, very important. Shop on TV, we never ever share or sell your information to a third party, and neither do Post Gold for Cash. And we have bank grade encryption between the two services that transmit your order details to Post Gold for Cash. The reason we're doing it that way is purely because then they know that you've done this through Shop on TV, and that's how you exclusively and only through us get the extra 10% on your valuation. If you sent the exact same items on the exact same day directly to Post Gold for Cash and through us, you'd get exactly the same valuation. And that's based on the price of gold on that day. We're going to cover that in a moment. The difference is you will get an extra 10%. So let's say your valuation's £1,000, then you get an extra £100 cash absolutely free just by going through Shop on TV. And there's no cap on that. There's no limit. So if you did have a million pound valuation, for example, just to be stupid about it, you would get £100,000 extra money for free that you would not get if you went directly. And by the way, if you think about, well, why post gold for cash? What about there are other services like this online? Well, yeah, I don't think they're rated anywhere near as highly as post gold for cash is, but also post gold for cash will match any offer from an online gold selling company. And plus, you'll get the extra 10% if you do it through Shop on TV. So you're guaranteed to get the most money for your, and not just gold, silver, platinum or palladium, than you can from any other online gold selling company. That's a guarantee. But why, Matt, why use post gold for cash?
Trust, you want to be able to trust it. So, you know that you've got post gold for cash being the brand on TV right now with Rob on ITV1 STV and also on with Shop on TV. And it's absolutely trustworthy, with 2009 being the first year of business, and no company hangs around that long until 2026 and beyond if they're doing, a bad business or letting people down. We're building up customers all the time. I say we, I represent Shop on TV, but here flying the flag for Post Gold for Cash.
Yes.
With 270,000 customers since day one in 2009, 2,500 Trustpilot reviews, giving you that excellent result on Trustpilot, and just the knowledge that we wouldn't be on here with a show that I think, did the first show go out in a later part of last year, wasn't it? So end of September, beginning of October, I think it was.
Something like that.
So since then, so many people, so many customers, thousands of customers coming through Shop on TV using the Post Gold for Cash service. So you've got that level of trust.
Actually, I believe Sam did tell me, not to contradict you, because I don't know if everyone else's information has been updated.
Yeah.
I think she did tell me the last time I saw her that it's now, since they've been on Shop on TV, it's now 280,000.
Is it 280 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe I'm right in saying it's a lot anyway.
Yeah. It could well be. So I've updated the landing page. So on Shop on TV /.co.uk/gold, I've updated that to what Sam's told me as well. So whether I'm saying it now and what I've remembered from
again, I just thought it was just to say people are very happy with the service. There are gold online selling companies others out there, but there are also comparison sites if you want to have an internet search. And all the ones that we've seen, there's one predominant one, sort of trusted one, and they recommend Post Gold for Cash as well. An established service, long time in business, happy customers, excellent Trustpilot review. So, and completely safe, completely secure, and you're guaranteed to get the most money versus other ways of trying to sell your items. We're going to get into all of the, what they accept, what they don't accept, gold purity, what if I've got gemstones, all of the little nits and grits. I don't want to sort of confuse or muddy the waters just yet. I want you to get really an idea of the simplicity of all of this, and then we'll cover the little nuances throughout the rest of the broadcast. And we thought actually one of the best things we can do to start with is the very first show that Post Gold for Cash were on Shop on TV was, as Matt said, last year. And that was in our other studio. It was with Sean and Hayley, Sam and also Steve from Post Gold for Cash. And they brought a load of gold items with them. And just to sort of give you an idea of how much money you might get for items that you've got just sitting around. Take a look.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like
Could
that.
we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm going to go
a few pieces?
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got a reveal?
A little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes, because
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free,
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just,
Okay.
just a little single gold ring sat there
Okay.
in the drawer
Yes.
doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite, it's quite
Oh,
thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm
quite
thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah, I'm going to go, I don't know,
Should probably
200.
smell it.
200.
Smell it? Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£500?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because
of
of
it?
the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 carat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no! You that one. Wow. And
Okay.
one more thing. What else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now, this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price wise, don't how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word! There's another zero.
Kept coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an
surprised.
extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
Oh, lovely.
And
We've got
it's
it.
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
Well, the answer is you can make some money. You know, Matt, it occurs to me, because first of all, it's not just gold. It's just, if they called themselves post-gold, silver, platinum, palladium for cash, it would just be a very, very long title.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fit on the letterhead, you know.
No, and the URLs would be.
Yeah, it would be, yes. But it is any precious metal, as long as it's precious metal. So here's what they...
Any precious metal.
Post any precious metal for cash.
Yeah.
Even iridium, if you've got some iridium. Did you know iridium, platinum and palladium iridium and palladium are both from the platinum family?
Okay.
You probably didn't know that.
No.
Did you not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
I've been spending too much time at home on doing other things. So.
Are you saying I should get out more? But if he's not, the director is. And it's true. But ladies and gentlemen, here's what they accept, here's what they don't accept. It's very simple. If it's anything plated ain't worth nothing, I'm afraid. So copper or copper nickel coins, foreign currency, fashion watches, costume, rolled gold, gold-plated, metal core, pinchbeck or silver-plated jewellery, EPNS, which is electroplated nickel, silver tableware or cutlery. Now, actually, there's a caveat to that. Most silver, even the posh silver cutlery and tableware, is plated. But if it's got a lion on it, literally the emblem of a lion inside profile, so like the sort of 3 lions of the England team, but just one of them, that means it's real silver. So if you have got solid silver cutlery, or if you've got solid silver platters, or jugs or bowls, or what do they call them? Service it? I don't know. That kind of thing.
Big serving plates.
So precisely. That you
if
can
you won
send
Wimbledon, if you won the ladies' final at Wimbledon,
but medals and awards.
Yeah, true.
Some of those are precious metals too.
If it's gold, send it. If it's silver, palladium, platinum, send it. Put it in.
Yeah.
Even just looking down that list, it did remind me of something Sam said on one of the shows.
Yeah.
Even with costume jewellery, if it's a string of maybe faux pearls or whatever it might be, the clasp might still be gold. So have a look. Have a look at your costume jewellery items and double check, or take the clasp off if you're happy to.
Yeah, but even gold teeth.
Yeah, and teeth as well. Yeah, I mean, you'd be amazed at what they do.
Sure.
Having visited the Post Gold for Cash HQ, and it is a small, close-knit, family-orientated group. It's not a big, faceless organisation or anything. But having visited firsthand, they did tell me about some of the weird and wonderful stories of the things that have been sent in. So have you got... think about those nooks and crannies at home. Think about those drawers. Everyone's got, I think the famous comedian Michael McIntyre called it a man drawer, but I don't know, that's a bit, it could be men, women, boys and girls, everybody's got a trinkets drawer at home with all sorts in it.
Or a shoebox or a biscuit tin or something.
Exactly, gold items might be hiding anywhere. At home, if they're worth more to you as the cash value now versus the sentimental value, if you know you've made that decision, do it. Order your free gold selling pack now. Free pack, free delivery, no obligation, free to send it in, free to get it back. There is no risk whatsoever. No. And even if you're thinking, I want to check this with a friend first, I want to be sure, there's my neighbour that I always ask before I do anything, or my son or my dad or my mum or a family member, order the pack now, and then at least you've got it. You could sit on it for a week, 2 weeks, a month, think about it, but get it now, especially while we've got the offer on and everything's running.
It is important to remember that they do not expire. So there was a customer who had their pack for 10 years. So when you get it, if you've got something, or you think you've got something, as Matt said, just get the pack now. Remember, you have to check out your basket. It's free. It won't cost you anything. We're not going to take any payment information from you whatsoever. It's purely so we can transmit your details securely to Post Gold for Cash. And they then know it's come from Shop on TV and will apply the extra 10% when you get your.
It's really important
offer.
Because not only do you get your 10%, but you get entered into those 3 prize draws as well.
Yes.
And I was part of the team when we did the callbacks to pick the winners as well. Because what we did was, and they were so excited because we've got the closing date at the moment of the 30th of April, haven't we? But with the previous one that closed on the 24th of December, I think it was, and the one before that closed on the 31st of October. So I've been part of that. We made sure we rang them, nice and transparent and everything. Yeah. So we contacted Post Gold for Cash. We said, right, get all the customers together, generate a list. Yeah. They gave us a list of numbers. We sent that list of numbers to our general counsel, our lawyer. Lawyer picked numbers at random. Didn't know what names or addresses were attached to those numbers. Post Gold for Cash did the same with their prize draw, and then we liaised, and then we got the names and addresses and the phone numbers, and we rang the winners. They were so excited. So honestly,
amazing.
So it's a lovely experience to do.
They're ongoing, by the way. So the 30th of April is the next one, but if you get yours in after that, they're every 4 months, so you'll always catch one of those draws and 3 chances to win.
Expect this is for the moment a perpetual thing, don't we, Rob?
Yes,
because the reason why I'm here flying the flag for Post Gold for Cash and not Sam and Steve and Charlie, generally the team are extremely busy, and they're the busiest now than they have ever been in their 16-year history.
And they love the Shop on TV customers. They say they're some of the best customers that they've had. Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
There's a reason for that, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get scientific about it and guess, but I think it's because a Shop on TV customer watching STV or ITV1 has heard the story. You haven't just seen a newspaper advert, or you haven't just heard a brief radio ad where it's perfect for, they work, and I've bought stuff. I'm not knocking different ads, but when you've seen a long program, 20 minutes, half an hour, a full 3 hours maybe. If you've watched the full 3 hours, you get a medal. But if you have watched the show for that length of period of time, you know it, hopefully, inside out. If we've done our job right, we've answered your questions. And then when you do get the call back from Post Gold for Cash, you can have a bit of a conversation. And I have heard firsthand anecdotally from the team at Post Gold for Cash that phone calls are that little bit longer. So don't worry,
No,
you're not doing the wrong thing by staying on the phone with them. But they are that little bit longer with the ITV1 and STV customer because of that.
Yeah. And you will get, I mean, you saw Sam in the video there. It probably will be, very likely will be Sam that will call you. And actually, just again, here's the process, very simple. You go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you can click on the banner on our regular homepage, or you can call on the phone 033 332 41241. You can only order one pack at a time. The reason for that is that the minute that Post Gold for Cash get your information, they assign you a unique customer reference number. If you ordered 10 packs through us, you'd get 10 unique customer reference numbers, then you'd get sent 10 packs, then you'd get 10 separate appraisals. It would be just a nightmare. So it's limited to one. If you do think that your items are not going to fit in this, don't worry, just order your first pack now, and then I'm going to give you their phone number in a moment, and that comes with the welcome letter. You can call them and say, can you please send me some more packs, because they'll do that under the same unique customer reference number that you've already been allocated. So when you place your order, again, totally free, no money exchanging hands whatsoever, you get, well, first of all, you get a welcome letter with some information on it, including their phone number, and I'm going to give you that now because it's technically Saturday now. Post Gold for Cash won't be in the office until first thing Monday morning, so, but that's the day they'll send your pack out. But before, or what, they may have already sent it by the time you call them, but even if they haven't, if you've got any questions that you want to sort of preempt, just give them a call on Monday and they'll answer that, so that when you get your pack on Tuesday morning, you're already sorted. And that number is 01202 844 198. That's 01202 844 198. You can also email Sam directly, sam@postgoldforcash.com. So that will come. You'll also get the form. Now that will mostly be pre-populated because you'll be putting your name, your address and your phone number and email address in with your order. You just tell them how many items that you're sending. You can put your bank details here as well, by the way, any UK bank account. You don't have to if you don't feel safe doing that, even though it is safe. No one can take money out of your account with just an account number and a sort code. And if you change your mind, not a problem, because they'll receive this Tuesday morning. If let's say you order now, you get your pack Monday, and if you get it to the post office, it'll come Tuesday morning. You get it to the post office by close of business on Tuesday. You'll get a call probably from Sam or someone in the office at Post Gold for Cash Wednesday around lunchtime. And if you accept the offer, because they'll have already appraised all your items, then that money will be in your account by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Now, if you don't send your pack off until, let's say you do it during the week, but whatever day you send it before close of business at the post office, they get it the next day and you get an offer and you get the money. So basically, if you've got a pack in your hand and you send it off on a weekday, within 24 hours, you've got money in the bank. So put your form and your bag with your items in it in the prepaid special delivery envelope that is included. Yours, by the way, I'll show you this in a second. Yours will have another barcode down the bottom here that Post Gold for Cash will have put on it with your unique customer reference number. Put the form and the bag in here. If you forget the form, don't worry, they can still find you with the unique reference number. And if, by the way, it is a big pewter jug or a canteen of cutlery that is silver or whatever, this is also a label, so you can put it in your own box and tape this to the top, take it to the post office, and they will honour it. It doesn't matter how big or heavy, actually. Theoretically, as I say, you could put it on the side of a postage or a shipping container, but you'd have difficulty getting that to the post office probably. And then they'll weigh it, they'll scan it, they'll give you proof of postage, which is also and a receipt. That's your tracking info, and it activates your insurance. So, what if people think that their items are not going to fit in this bag? Then what?
Not a problem. Absolutely
they call. Sorry, I already explained that. Didn't I?
With the shoebox or something, you could put a label on a shoebox. If you think your items are worth more than £2,500, still order one pack tonight or this morning. Yes. So that you're on the books, you're a customer, the details are there, and you've got one pack. but then you can call the number that Rob just gave.
Yes.
There, it's 01202 844 198. It's on the letter as well, so you can call for a second pack if you want, a second box, whatever it might be.
Now, you mentioned £2,500. Have we covered the insurance yet? I don't know if we did.
Maybe not.
But you can get extra insurance if you want to, can't you? So talk us through that.
You can indeed. So, because this is special delivery, you are all automatically insured up to £750. That's automatic because you're sending something special delivery. You're not paying to send it special delivery. Remember, it's a free gold selling pack with that prepaid envelope. So £750 automatically. You can pay £3 extra if you want to insure up to £1,000, or you can pay at the post office counter £10 if you want to insure up to £2,500 for your contents.
That's the maximum they offer. But we said that it's absolutely free, Matt.
Yeah, so then people are paying extra for the insurance, aren't they? It's like, we have been honest, because Post Gold for Cash will then refund, in inverted commas, that insurance cost that you've outlaid. So,
if you accept the offer.
Yeah, if you accept the offer, indeed. So, two things. If you don't accept the offer, they'll still send back your items to you at the same level that you sent them.
So they'll
to
match
them.
it. They'll pay the extra insurance
So again,
to send
it's paid,
it back.
but when they're sending it back.
Yeah.
So you're not out of pocket either way.
Great.
So if you send your gold items in this bag, in this prepaid envelope, and you think they're worth £1,000, you'd pay £3 extra at the post office counter on your insurance. Post Gold for Cash then value your gold items. They'll call you back with that value. Add on 10% because you're a Post Gold for Cash customer through Shop on TV. And then when you accept that offer, you'll get entered into the 3 prize draws at the same time.
And if you've used any other online gold selling company and already have an appraisal and you're not sure if it's the right amount, then send your items to Post Gold for Cash with your free gold selling pack. If you contact them and show them proof of the appraisal you've had from the other online gold, it has to be an online gold selling company, and they will match it. And actually, if they think that your items are worth more, then they will give you the higher amount. Plus, you'll get the 10% that you will get by exclusively doing this through Shop on TV. And of course, the price. This is the thing I love about Post Gold for Cash. There's no guesswork. That Sam doesn't get this little gold bar and go, I think it's worth this.
Yeah.
No, they actually they use
it's facts.
They have X-ray guns. You're going to see all this, but they base it, don't they, on the actual price of gold, the mid-market rate that day.
Yeah. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
And then a specific percentage that they retain for their services. So it's absolutely guaranteed
it's
to be fair.
It's scientific, Rob, isn't it?
Yes,
It's I mean, that's why it's so simple, I guess, because your gold graph shows you the upward trend this year alone. That's dated the 6th of March 2026, and it's going across the year, showing you that upward trend. And 2026 has seen a record-breaking all-time high for the value of gold. It's gone up by over 60% in the last 12 months, and it's more than doubled in the last 3 years. So that's why Post Gold for Cash are so busy at the moment, and they're the busiest they've been in their 16-year history.
Why?
Which is why they've drafted me in.
That's right, that's right, because now they can afford you.
Usually, it's the other way around, I think. But usually working behind the scenes, I help out with the advertisers usually, so I'm here.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're also one of the best presenters on UK television, so there we are. What I wanted to just, I guess, do a bit of...
Luckily, I'm wearing far too much makeup to see how much I'm blushing.
He's blushing below the table. What I was going to say is let's do some out-of-the-box thinking here.
Go on.
Or
always scares me
in the pack thing. Well, no, why might people want to send their precious metals in? What are some of the reasons, do you think?
Well, for the value. Is that your question?
Well, yeah, I mean, for example, to give you a leading example, if it's a pair of earrings and you've lost one.
Oh, I see. Okay, so useless. Yeah. So if you've literally got one earring left from something that was a lovely pair, if all right. If maybe a necklace is broken or twisted.
I don't know what he means.
So it's not quite two. But, it's maybe something you've fallen out of love with. Maybe it's a piece of jewellery that was very fashionable that isn't very fashionable anymore. Yeah. Maybe it's something that you used to love, but just, maybe it has no sentimental value to it. Maybe
yellow gold for a lot of people. It was all the rage in the 90s and the noughties.
True, yeah.
But now a lot of people now wear white metals.
white
But
gold,
by the way, it doesn't matter if it's yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, green gold, black gold. It really doesn't matter as long as it's gold.
Yeah. I mean, white gold is just the mix, isn't it? It's just the
Bit
what do they
silver
call
in
it?
there,
The alloy.
The alloy, yeah.
So it's what it's mixed with that makes it white gold. But it's 9 carat white gold, 9 carat yellow gold is still 37.5%.
Yeah, the gold is
pure
still
gold,
orange or yellow,
And that,
yeah.
Oh, actually, this brings us back to, because there's so much to cover here, Rob, isn't there?
Yeah.
It brings us back to what we were saying. It's very scientific with post gold for cash because there's no guesswork. It literally is, as Rob said this, I'm stealing his line where he said there's no guesswork. But I just want to flesh it out a bit by saying that the gold value is taken from the gold price that day, and then the weight of your gold that you send in and the purity of your gold is the basis of your offer. So your envelope is sent in, it's unpacked by the team at Post Gold for Cash, it's sorted out, all the different elements are looked at. So, okay, that's silver, that's a little bit of palladium, that's 9 carat gold, that's 14 carat gold, that's 18 carat gold. Those bits, unfortunately, are worthless. And the rest of it is looked at, weighed per gram. So based on the gram and the purity equals the value that you're then given.
So well, let's talk about
over the
purity, because not everybody necessarily knows this. So we've covered alloys. So rose gold is yellow gold but mixed with copper, which makes it a red colour. Silver if it's white gold, etc. So you get the idea. And palladium, or different sorts of alloy. But then purity is, because people are like, well, what do you mean by purity? Well, that's the amount of gold that's in the alloy. How pure is the gold? So 9 carat gold is only a percentage of
37.5%.
actual gold. 14 carat
is 58.5%.
525.
Or 5.
Yeah, is it?
585, isn't it? Yeah, 58.5%, I think.
Is it? Okay.
I think so.
Take your word
I
for
love it when Rob puts me on the spot.
You're probably right. And then 18 carat,
75%.
22 carat.
Is where nearly like 95% or something like that.
916 or so, I don't know, something like that. But then 24 carat gold is 99 point. But we're not the experts.
None of the numbers that we've just spouted are necessarily exactly correct.
But it doesn't matter because they're, to differing degrees
It'll be on a hallmark.
of percentages of pure gold in whatever item it is. And first of all, a lot of items are hallmarked. If they're not, then you're going to see a big yellow, literally an handheld X-ray machine that they use to accurately tell what percentage of pure gold is in any item that you send in. So if something's 10 grams and it's 37.5% pure gold, they can work out exactly what the gold is worth. And that's all they care about, because they're going to melt them down and they're going to separate the gold or the silver or the platinum or the palladium.
And do you know what? It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. This is what I tell my kids when they drop something at home, or they come home and tell me they've got a bad mark in a test. It doesn't matter. So if you're at home thinking, oh gosh, is it 9 carat? Is it 18 carat?
Just send it in.
Know. Is it even gold?
Yeah, they're the experts.
It doesn't
matter. Let them do the job for free.
Yeah. It doesn't. Don't sweat the small stuff is what I always used to say, and still try and teach my kids as well. Because honestly, where's the form gone? Here it is. That bottom bit there. The contents and the purity and the metal and the weight and everything.
They fill that in.
That's filled in by Post Gold for cash. Yeah.
So this is the point. You don't need to know. And we're just really describing it to you. It's
just fun.
For its fun and information.
Yeah.
But fill your bag up. If you think it's gold, if you think it's silver, if you think it's platinum or palladium, stick it in the bag. Get it in your bag, as Ant and Dec would say, or Ant or Dec would say. And they will do the appraisal for free, and they'll call you and let you know. Now, if let's say all of your items are worthless, what happens then?
It's a sad situation, isn't it? But it could happen.
It could.
Well, it's what I tell my kids, Rob. It doesn't matter.
No.
Get it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
If they're all worthless, then Post Gold for Cash will send them back to you if you want. Or they'll dispose of them.
Now, if you want, it's
that's
your
the
choice. Only time you would pay. They would ask you to pay the return envelope.
Correct.
Which is £9.
We should say that, and that is sent back to you how you wish, or in that secure way. Back again.
Or they can just junk it.
Yeah, or they can dispose of it safely.
But
which is probably the best way, because if they are worthless, you've sent them off because there's no sentimental value, and you were hoping there'd be some financial value or monetary value, and there isn't. It's usually a conversation had with Sam, Steve, or somebody else in the office, and you say, "Oh, okay, that's a shame. Please just dispose of them."
But let's say you send in a whole pack, and 90% of it is fashion jewellery and junk jewellery. Or whatever it happens to be, but there's one precious item. If there's at least only one precious item at the very, very least, then they will send it all back to you if you want, for free, and you don't have to pay for the return
if
postage.
you choose, or
If you
you'd
choose,
you'd agree to sell that one precious item,
and then junk the
and
rest.
then they would then junk the rest for you.
And that's a good point, actually, because if you send something in, a pack in, and then you decide, actually, you know what, my grandfather's, I don't know, bracelet or something, maybe I won't sell that after all, then you don't have to sell all of it.
You can change your mind.
Yeah.
And because it's itemised, you can say to them, please send back item 1, 2 and 3, or whichever they are. I'm going to give them numbers now, but send me back that bracelet, that ring and that other item. And then you can keep the rest, or I'd like to sell the rest.
At the end of the day, the bottom line is, as Matt said, don't sweat the small stuff. Nothing matters. The whole point is they're the experts. It's a free service. They'll do the appraisal absolutely free of charge. And whether you accept the offer or not, there's no obligation. The form's mostly filled in. Even if you forget to put the form in, it doesn't matter. And also, just so you know, a couple of little sort of housekeeping points here. You're going to get a call from Postgold for Cash. It will be from a Bournemouth number, 01202. That's why we gave you their number, so for full transparency. If you're somebody who doesn't like to talk on the phone, then just somewhere on your form, on the back or whatever, or on a Post-it note or a slip of paper, just say, please will you email me my offer instead? And they will. And also don't worry if you miss the call the first time, they'll try a couple of times, whether it's a call or an email. And if you would rather somebody else deal on your behalf, then again, just put some information in with your pack to say, please will you deal with so-and-so name, and their contact information, I give you permission to do that, and that's what will happen. But otherwise, you'll get a call the day after you've sent your pack back with your offer. But at any point, you can change your mind, you can change your information if you want a different bank account for the money to go into. If you want a cheque, they'll send you a cheque free of charge. I mean, you won't get it till the next day, but they will post it the same day. If you want cash, you can even get cash, literally cash money.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be a small charge for that.
For the return envelope.
The cash is literally sent to you special delivery by Postgold for Cash. So if you opt for cash payment, then it'll be a £9 charge.
Purely for the envelope.
Deduct that. From your value.
So they've thought of everything, haven't they?
Well, absolutely, Rob. And the thing is, to answer a load of your questions in one go, is it safe? Absolutely. Is it trustworthy? 100%. Is it easy with a step-by-step once you get your gold selling pack? Yes. Is it actually free? Yes, it is. The free gold selling pack is, in the name, free. Free postage, free to send, free insurance because it's included up to £750 when you hand it physically over at a post office counter. Is it a lovely company to deal with? Well, read the Trustpilot reviews. It's excellent with 2,500 of those reviews. Over 270,000 customers and counting are very, very happy with the service as well. So when you look at that and compare it to other people just to get that social proof, because when you're on holiday, you don't go into the empty restaurant, do you? You think, hang on, I want to go over there where all those other people are. So just take that as reassurance that it is a trustworthy company to work with. So when we say, is it easy? Is it safe, secure? Is it free? Is it really free? Are there any catches? No, there aren't. No. And it's absolutely your choice. And what I would say, get the gold selling pack now, get your name on the list with all the details on your screen, get it home, and then also talk to that friend or family member just to
because
reassure
there's no rush
yourself
to send it back.
Yeah, 100%,
no.
Yeah.
I mean, as I say, one customer 10 years before they send it back. And these envelopes, the Royal Mail delivery envelopes, they never expire. The offer never expires as well. And by the way, you can, once you've done this once, if you find more items or you want to pool together with some friends and sell some stuff for charity, or you inherit something out of the blue that you didn't know you were going to, and you want to sell that, you can order as many of the, not at the same time, you can only order the one, as we said, so you've got the unique customer reference number. But if you ever want additional ones in the future, then you can always order more, as many times as you like, and there is no cap ever on the amount that we pay out, or they pay out, on the 10%. So if you've got £1 million valuation, you get 100 grand for free on top. That's just a ridiculous example, obviously, but hey, you know, it happened to Del Boy. And that is exclusive. There's no other way that you can get that offer, that extra 10%, except through Shop on TV. And remember, they will match any online gold selling company's evaluation. And they'll even give you more if they think your items are worth more. And by getting your pack now through Shop on TV, you will also get 10% on top. So by using this service now through us, you are guaranteed to get the most amount of money you can possibly get using an online gold selling or gold buying company. And also the fact we're on ITV and STV, we are a partnership with those broadcasters, and we are trusted by them. We have hugely vetted Post Gold for Cash. They are our trusted partner on your behalf. We wouldn't unleash anyone on you we didn't think was absolutely the right partner and really tried and tested. So safe, secure, easy, peace of mind, quick. And the only time that you will ever pay any more money is if you want to increase the insurance. But remember, you accept the offer, you get that money back. It's reimbursed on top of the offer and on top of the 10%. And otherwise, if you want cash or if you want items that are worthless sent back to you, then you would just pay for the return envelope in both those cases. That's it. Wherever it says on any graphics, terms and conditions apply, which can be, as soon as I see that, I go, ah! That's it. I've just given you all the terms and conditions. There are no more. And you too, when you think about it right now, as you place your order and make sure you check out, you too could be getting surprises like this.
We're going to look at some examples, and we'll go to those 3 examples that you laid out for us. Now, Sam did get us to guess what the value was. On
I think I can
items.
guess now.
I think we'll do quite well.
I think we might get it right now. So we looked at this.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great little bag to send. If you can send a few bits, you can send just one item. But I think it's nice to have a little nosy round and send a few bits in. And what sort of stuff have we got in here?
So, I mean, we're looking at, onyx rings.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You mentioned earlier,
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve, and they're very much.
I remember mine had a stone in and I lost the stone very early on.
There's been so many sort of gold rings that have been popular for so long and then they go out of fashion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've got white gold, so that's still gold. That's still 9 carat gold. It's just white.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, signet rings. It's pretty traditional. You often sort of your grandparents would have a signet ring on the little finger, or use that as a wedding ring. So it doesn't look like there's that much there really. And obviously, if I was making you guess again as to how much it was worth.
Well, we guessed, I think, what did you guess?
Wasn't it 2?
I think
3 and
did you say
I said
2?
3, I think, and you said
3 and 4, I think.
Right, okay,
Something
3
like
and
that.
4, we were
way out.
we were rubbish.
700.
Should have added it together, really, because you will get an extra 10% on top of that. So if that was your bag, they would normally ring up and say £750 is what it's worth. Would you like that money? Would you like to accept it? And you can say yes or no. If you say no, they'll send it back for free. But actually, they'll add on another £75 because you are getting your sort of postage pack via us here on Shop on TV, because we've got an exclusive where you'll get an extra 10% on the value.
So another £75 takes it to 825. Have I got that right? Yes.
All right, that sounds about right.
Call me countdown.
Easy maths right there.
Carol.
Carol.
So that extra 10%, no matter what the value is to your envelope. And we've got another example. This one blew me away because this is just a single
Visually,
gold
just
band.
looking at that, again, you'd think, well, it's a gold. I think it's gold. I think it's got a hallmark. I think it's gold. It doesn't matter as long as send it in, even if it hasn't got a hallmark. If you think it's gold, you're looking at that thinking, yeah, it's a band. What do you think about? I think, did we guess about 100?
I think I said 100, yeah.
Quite low with it, weren't you?
Yeah, we were, yeah. Yeah, but it's a gold band. I wouldn't think
not much.
But it doesn't matter that it's not fancy and it's all singing and dancing. It's gold, and when you touch that,
it does
and feel the weight, you do think, well, actually, it's
got something to it.
Gold. So, what price was this, Sam?
Okay, so you're looking in the region of £500.
For one item.
Around £500
Of course,
for that.
for you today, and obviously these are just ideas, and it would be £550 because you got an extra 10% on top of that.
So with our exclusive offer, an extra 10% and 3 prize
And obviously
draws.
it's not going to be every gold ring that's going to be £500. It's all down to the weight and the gold. What gold
grade.
is that?
So that's 22 carat gold.
Oh,
so
right.
the purity is much higher than, say, the 9 carat gold that we've got here.
Okay.
Honestly, the first time I met Sam, I felt like I'd known her for years. If you're watching Sam, I blooming love you. And Steve as well, but in a very different way.
It's a good team.
Good team, yes. Now, here's some question, or a question several questions, but from one person. So Max has emailed in and said, I have approximately £100,000 worth of gold and silver.
Crumbs. Okay.
Lucky you. Mostly coins and some bars. Is there a limit on the extra 10%? And is the valuation based on the weight of or each item, such as collectible coins? So, first of all, let me say this. If you've got bullion, so if it's sovereigns and half sovereigns, that's fine. Yes, by all means, send them in. But if you've got Britannias or if you've got bullion, either in coins or bars, Post Gold for Cash are not a bullion dealer. They always say you would probably do better to go specifically to a bullion dealer because you'd probably get a slightly better price. They'll still appraise them and they'll still give you money for them, but you probably would get a little bit better value if you went specifically to a bullion dealer because that's their business. In terms of the collectibles, they don't appraise collectibles based on the sort of the collectability value.
Gram purity.
Yeah, it's purely the precious metal, how much it weighs, how pure it is, and what that's worth on the day. So if it is a 9-carat gold coin that Mick Jagger once used in a slot machine, for example, that you could sell on eBay or another auction website for 50 grand, they're only Post Gold for Cash would only give you the value of the gold. So if it's a collectible item that you think has intrinsic value for its collectability, then use something specific for collectors or collectibles rather than purely precious metals. I hope that answers all your questions. Michelle says, me and my boyfriend love watching your show. It's our highlight of the week. Oh. We stay up late just to watch you, Rob. We're absolutely shattered, but can't switch you off. Oh. Well, thank you very much, Michelle.
We can't switch you off either. We've been trying for years.
I know, exactly. I just refuse.
Where is it? It's round here somewhere.
It's a bit lower. Thank you, Michelle, and your boyfriend, whatever your boyfriend's name happens to be.
Should switch you to Spanish mode.
Well, if I was C3PO, it would be. But if I was C3PO, you'd be sending me to Post Gold for Cash from a gold content.
Oh, that's a very good point. Very good point.
And also, Michelle, I know one of the reasons you love watching me is because I say things that are completely and utter banana. I mean, random.
Random banana.
How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know. How many surrealists?
Envelope. Iranu. Jack, that was Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Bob Mortimer on Would I Lie to You. He is just amazing. They both.
I like it when he goes fishing, like that new programme. Him and Paul Whitehouse.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're kind of going off.
You know what's the best thing about those two, though?
Yeah.
They're great avid collectors of gold, and whenever they want to sell it and make some money, because
Oh, I know a great company.
Do you? What's that? Who's that?
Post Gold for Cash.
Is it?
They've been around since 2009.
Have they?
Over 270,000 customers now and counting. Excellent on the Trustpilot with over 2,500 reviews. The reason why I said £2,500 is because you can increase your insurance up to that value as well at some point as well. I've got numbers floating around all over the place.
Blimey.
But here it is. This is who Post Gold for Cash are. The reason why I'm here flying the flag because I work with Shop on TV is because the Post Gold for Cash team are so busy. They cannot spare the time. And I know that sounds a bit diva-ish, like, we can't spare the time. But they really can't. They've got their important day job to do.
Yes.
And they say, look, we'll try and come up, we'll let you know. But literally, they are the busiest they've been since 2009 in their 16, 17-year history. This is the busiest time ever. It may have something to do with the fact that there are so many customers like you watching on ITV1 and STV, but it's also to do with the fact that gold has hit an all-time high in 2026, and literally, I mean, 60% of the value of gold increasing.
Well, as has
in
the
last
cost of
12
living
months.
as well, and people are. I know lots of people. I mean, we're all. I think struggling at some point to accept how expensive things have become.
I mean, get some clarity.
Yeah.
Clear that drawer. If the jewellery's got sentimental value to you, please don't sell it.
No.
Hang on to it.
Yeah.
Or if that sentimental value is greater than the actual cash value.
Yes, yeah.
But if the cash value is worth more, do it. Just get your free gold selling pack now. There is honestly no catch. It's simple to do, and there's no obligation either.
And it could be, sadly, a failed engagement. That's why ladies always keep the ring. right?
No. Okay. Do they?
No, well, you should anyway, because now you can get some money for it. No, I'm not advocating that in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I retract all those comments. No, I have terrible relationship histories. Don't take advice from me on that at all. But no, actually, on a nice note.
Yeah.
And in fact, if we get a chance to hear Steve's story a little bit later on, then we will. But if you have a relative that passes away and they have a collection of precious items, whether again gold, silver, platinum, palladium, whatever it happens to be, and they're not items that you would get any use out of, or maybe it's a watch with a gold case or a gold strap or both, but the watch doesn't work anymore. And again, if they don't hold sentimental value as the items, you could sell them through Post Gold for cash. And then you could use the money to do something that is sentimental, maybe a memorial service or a plaque on a bench, things like that. So there are, and again, I think for charities, it's great to have it rumble through your drawers.
Yep.
And then maybe sell your items, and then you can help out.
Yeah.
Whatever charity of your choice happens to be.
Do it. I mean, life's about balance. Do that, but do something that you've always wanted to do as well. I mean, it might be something that...
A holiday.
I mean, I don't want to leave the whole positive, charitable, the good things that Rob could do to Rob there and come in and go, or do something completely selfish. But,
or you can go for dinner or a holiday. A new carpet. Maybe your dishwasher's seen better days. I mean, maybe the car's on the blink.
One way of thinking about it is opening a drawer and seeing some broken bits of jewellery or some unmatched earrings and some broken clasps and some necklaces that you don't use or wear anymore. So you could open that drawer and go, oh, okay, and then close the drawer again. Or you could open your banking app and actually see a cash figure in there and say, ooh, interesting.
I think a lot of us have items that may be precious or not, but I think we've all got a receptacle somewhere that one would label, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? I mean, I bought so much gold when I was working for the First Shopping Channel because, they were great prices. And I had a bracelet, a curb bracelet that cost me about 125 quid and a matching necklace that was about 250, something like that. But those would be worth over £1,000 today. So if you've got legacy gold that's sitting in a box and you bought years ago and you haven't worn ever since, you're going to be, I imagine, pretty shocked by the valuation when you get it.
Well, I was in... Sorry, I've interrupted you there.
That's all right.
Carry on.
No.
I feel bad now.
No, why?
Because
I don't care.
I thought that was a full stop, but it turned out to be a comma. So I was thinking, though, when you said that with the value, I was thinking it is that change. It's that feeling of, I've got something now that I can actually use.
Yes.
Something that's broken, something that you don't wear anymore, versus something you can actually spend that money on.
We've got some graphics, actually. I love these because, and this is the important thing, these are really illustrative of why not only you should use Post Gold for cash, but also why you should do it through Shop on TV because you get the extra 10%. So, for example, here's a customer, these were from last year, from Portmadog. Coming, I believe, or is it there? Is it Cornwall? Portmadog, is it, or is it Wales? I don't know.
Cornwall.
Portsmouth, I've no idea where that is. But anyway, this customer back in 2025, September of 25, sent in a bracelet and at 9 carat gold. That was valued at £456. However, if they'd done that through Shop on TV, they would have got an extra £46, 10% on top. The customer from Wells, 9 carat gold ring. Could be. No idea. £161, but they would have got an extra £17. Wait, Rob, no. That you round down when it's below 5. No, Post Gold for cash only ever round up. So they'd have got an extra £17. Here are some more examples for you. So Ipswich, 18 carat gold. Again, higher gold content, higher purity. £2,432, but had they done that through Shop on TV like you're doing right now and ordering your free gold selling pack, they'd have got an extra £244. Whitby, they'd have got an extra £179 on top of their £1,785. So you see where I'm going with this. And final example, if you want to see it, just 1,642 in Edinburgh, they'd have got an extra £165. Free money. And £567 would have been extra £57 to the customer from Leicester. And you don't know, you've got gold, maybe, you don't know if it's gold, but it doesn't matter. Let Post Gold for cash do the evaluation. They're the experts. Just send in whatever you think is precious, and then they'll tell you. But a lot of the time, what I know Sam's told me, people send in the things that they think is you know, 9 carat gold or whatever, and then they find out it's 18 or 22 carat gold. And the higher the purity of gold, the more gold there is in the alloy, the more it's worth. So you could be sitting on a little, if you'll pardon the pun, a little gold mine. If you want to turn that into money, and it's a totally different business model, but the alternative, you know, I've used it, pawnbrokers. I sold a lot of items through pawnbrokers and got hardly anything for those items, because that business model is buy low, sell high. If you don't then pay the money back and retrieve your item, or if you're looking at doing something online, then that's tough too. I've come a cropper trying to sort of sell things on auction websites, and also you have to have a vague idea of what your items are worth to be able to know what to ask or what to accept if you're going to use auction websites, and there are fees and all kinds of other things associated as well. They're different services, they're great at what they do for the purposes that they do it, but this, if you just want to,
Keep it simple.
here's some gold, I want to sell it, how much will you give it for me? That's what Post Gold for Cash are, and they'll match any offer from any online gold selling merchant, and plus you'll get the 10%, and they'll give you the value on the day. It's really simple, it's empirical, it's clinical, it's surgical. They look at the mid-market rate of gold on the day that your items are received. They weigh the gold, they know the purity, they know what that gold is worth, but on that day, and then they include a very specific and fair percentage for their services, and that is it. There is no smoke and mirrors, there's no fine print, there's nothing more to it than that. It's as transparent and open and as clear and honest as is possible. So you're getting, if you're going to sell your gold online, the most money when you do it through Post Gold for Cash, and more money when you do it exclusively through us. As I always say, if you sent, let's say I took these, now these are plastic, so I wouldn't send these, but let's say these were, and also if they were gold, they'd be bullion, so I wouldn't send them to Post Gold for Cash, but you get the idea. If I sent that directly through postgoldforcash.com, got my selling pack directly from Post Gold for Cash, and this I sent through the free gold selling pack I got right now from Shop on TV. They receive them on the same day. The mid-market rates for gold are the same. The valuations would be identical. The difference is this one, because you got this, you sent it through Post Gold through Shop on TV, you'd get 10% on top. That's worth £1,000. You got an extra £100 free. That's worth 10,000. You got an extra 1,000. Worth $1 million. I mean, just to be stupid about it, 100 grand free cash money that none of the direct Post Gold for Cash customers would get. That's why you do it now. Remember, these do not expire. You get your pack. You can put it in a drawer. It can be there for years. It doesn't matter. Use it when you're ready to use it. There's no deadline to send it back either. There's no limit on the 10%. The 10%, there's no cap. It could be, you know, £1 billion. I mean, just to be really stupid about it. You'll get 10% of whatever the value is on the day. You can get, once you've got your first gold selling pack, if you don't think all your items are going to fit in here, get your first pack, give them a call. In fact, if you don't think, I mean, you can see this right now on telly. If you've got loads of stuff and you don't think it's all going to fit, you can only order one pack through Shop on TV at a time. Do that now. Check out. It'll be on the way. And then on Monday morning, give them a call, 01202 844 198. 01202 844 198. And just say, I've sent my pack in, here's my name or address. They may have already assigned you a customer reference number by that point. Please, can I have an extra 1 or 2 or 3, however many you may need, packs? And that's because you want them all to go under one customer reference number. That way they're all appraised together. You get one offer and then one amount of money that goes into your bank account, rather than doing it over multiple different things or different orders. And if you want to create an account free of charge with Shop on TV through our website, you have an address book where you can have these sent directly, one pack, sent to anyone you like around the country. Get one for your mum, one for your sister. I mean, let them know they're coming, obviously. And you will get a call the next day, the next business day after you've sent your pack from the post office. You'll get a call from Post Gold for Cash, and they will give you your offer or tell you what the status is, what they can offer you for the items that you've sent in. If, remember, you've got any big items that you know are of value that won't fit in an envelope, then this is also a label. The King's Mail, they guarantee that this right here, whatever you send in it or whatever it's attached to, it will be sent to wherever the destination happens to be with no additional cost. This is prepaid. You don't pay any extra money at all, unless You get £750 worth of insurance included for free. When you take it to the post office and they scan your barcode, that activates the insurance. They will give you a receipt that is proof of postage, and also it's tracking if you want to make sure it gets there or has got there the next day. But if you stick that on top of any box, you can send it with that same insurance. However, if you want to increase the insurance because you think your items are worth more, the post office will offer you at the post office counter the option to increase it to £1,000. You'll pay £3 extra. If you pay £10 extra, you'll increase it to the maximum of £2,500. However, all right, yes, you've paid that initially. But when Post Gold for Cash get this, if you accept their offer, they will refund whatever additional insurance money you paid. And if you've got at least one precious item in your package and you decide that you don't like the offer, and that's fine, and you decide to reject their offer, they will send everything back to you absolutely free of charge. So, you know, what have you got to lose? The answer is literally zero.
Absolutely. I mean, Rob, you've covered it there in terms of the trust is there.
Yeah.
There are no catches. You know, there's no cost there.
No.
If you're following it through the usual stages, it will be a free service for the people taking advantage.
Absolutely.
And in terms of Post Gold for Cash, they've been doing it since 2009. So from 2009 to this year now, 2026, the busiest year in their history.
Yes.
That's because other people are doing what you're about to do. You know, other people have seen an advert for Post Gold for Cash, or they've asked a friend, have you done that? You know, is there anyone that you've used before? Can we trust a particular company? And it's on a recommendation.
Yeah.
Or you've watched this program on ITV1 or STV, and you've maybe tested it with a one item or a smaller pack, or you know a friend has done it already. It's now all coming together with you joining in, this being the busiest time of business for Post Gold for Cash in their 16-year history. Here is that video now to give you a little bit of background on it.
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 years. I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young. Toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the envelopes.
That's it. It is absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box, and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same sort of
fabulous. So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it. And there's something new every day that comes into.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
Very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth.
Oh!
We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
What, with the gold filling?
Yes, yes. In the dental packet. We will take it. Please send it in.
Where there's gold, there's cash.
We will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old teeth.
No, a little bit of gold.
Gold.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They're going to have that gold filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think the other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us have all been.
And between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works, and we love talking to the customers and helping, and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, and they're ecstatic with their offers, and you know, that's it, I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them, because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks and they're nervous to send the pack through, and sometimes people just send one piece to test to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly, and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
Us, we're Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time. So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
How fabulous. That is
I want part-time.
meant to be moments.
Yes, absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well, it's exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from... So what did you do at first? On the phone?
At first, I was on the phone. So I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you. And that was it. And then I was like, oh... Can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? And yeah, so I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love it.
So you learned the process on the job to the point when...
You've grown with the company,
I have,
really, haven't you?
I have,
Definitely.
absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Right.
Very small team.
Very small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal, it's very friendly, it was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back.
I'd love to call them.
How's that?
Just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I found Post Gold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls to them.
You started working.
And I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring people, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did. I took photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing.
Like a bonus.
I was recycling some stuff that was sitting in the bedside cabinet.
Nothing.
So, we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing ones.
You were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thought of the idea sort of first, and then others sort of came along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the longevity of the company.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff, other than Steve being our newbie. The rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are. Basically, we've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
Tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
Someone else.
Yep. Which is fine. Shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation, the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Post Gold for cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy with the offer, as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer. And the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
And the fact is, you just don't know what it's worth.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. What is it worth?
Yeah, but a lot of people report through testimonials, and Sam's told me that I don't know if I can say most of the time, a huge amount of the time, people can't believe, they're blown away by how much their items are worth.
I was there. I've been to, but I'm lucky to say that I've been to Post Gold for Cash HQ and actually been in the office when Sam and Steve and the team, very small team, close-knit, have been making those calls.
Right.
And some happy conversations, some very happy conversations. And when you hear the other person on the end of the line reacting and the shock at what a pack is worth versus what they thought it was going to be worth, happy times.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just remind you that the way we've set this up, in order for you to qualify for the extra 10%, we've added the free gold selling pack to our website as if it were a product. Like, if you shop from us any night of the week and you're buying a mop or a toaster oven, a flange or a widget, we've added it as a product. The reason being, that means it has an item code. That means you can, at any time, on any day or night, 24 hours a day, call 03333241 and request another selling pack if you find you've got more stuff to sell. Or you can go to shopontv.co.uk, put that item code into the search bar, and it will take you straight to the free gold selling pack. At the moment, because we're live, you can go through the usual channel, which if you're a new viewer, this is how you find our products, our product or our show page for each broadcast every night. We're here literally every night of the week, except for a few, examples like the Oscars we're not on. You click live on air shop now. You'll see our YouTube feed. You'll see a message box if you want to email the studio, or if you want to contact the studio. There are some shows, previous or the current show, and then tomorrow night, Mulberry Silk, then Jane Plan is coming on Sunday night. And then under that, all the products that are in the show. It's just one in this show. Now, there are two. I'm going to show you all the ways you can do this. Number one, you can add it to your basket just like it was a flange or a WYSIWYG. Actually, WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get. That's a technical term for, so you click on your basket and then check out securely. And that takes you through to the checkout page. Now, that's a lot of steps. So let's clear the basket, please, producer Fraser. There's a quicker way to get to that. So we're going to take that out of the basket. Remember, you can only order one pack. And then if you go to the home page, this time, let's say we go to Post Gold for Cash, you'll find one of those banners somewhere on the front page of our website. There's all the information if you want to have a little read up. Maybe you've just tuned in. If you click any of the buttons that say order my free gold selling pack now, takes you back to the product page. This time, when you scroll down, and you can see it's free P&P and £0.00. We don't even ask for any payment information. Just click Buy Now. That bypasses the basket and the checkout securely and takes you straight to the checkout page. If you have an account already with Shop on TV, just sign in. Simple. If you won't be charged for anything. If you don't have an account, you can set one up free of charge, and that way you've got an address book if you want to then have these packs sent to other people around the country. Or actually, sorry, if we could go back to that just briefly, if you want to check out as a guest...
I love how powerful you are.
Oh, and I'm very commanding, aren't I? And in this, it means all your information will be transmitted securely using bank-grade encryption to Post Gold for Cash. But we don't keep any of your details. And all you've got to do is put in your information there, click I'm not a robot, continue as a guest. You will receive an email confirming that your details have been sent. But we don't keep any of your info. And if you click continue as a guest, oh, you've got to put stuff. You get the idea. Fill out the form. Very simple. And we're going to stay on this now for the rest of the show. So, so Matt,
I love that.
You've got to check out, though, haven't you? And
You have,
again,
you have.
doesn't
What if
expire.
I am a robot.
I am a robot. You must check out. You must check out.
Sorry.
No apology necessary.
Silliness comes for free.
Absolutely, yes.
Look, it's all there for you, Rob. As you stepped us through, you took us through it step by step by step. It's a simple process. It's an easy process. It's a trustworthy process. It's a no-catch process.
Yes.
And it's free as well.
One of the questions I wanted
Every
to
step of
ask,
the way.
that I'm sure somebody's thinking that we haven't covered, just the only thing we haven't covered that I'm aware of, and that is, and then we're going to talk about how Post Gold for Cash actually determine what your items are worth. But what if you have gemstone jewellery?
Okay, so generally speaking, diamonds a quarter of a carat and up will be appraised by Post Gold for Cash.
Yes.
So they will look to, or at least plan to appraise a diamond, single diamond, quarter of a carat and
or
bigger.
larger. Yeah.
If it's a precious gemstone like an opal or a sapphire or an emerald or a ruby or whatever else it might be, precious or semi-precious, it's probably best advised that you take that gemstone out of its setting.
Because you won't get any money for it.
No, it won't be included.
Right.
So if you keep it really scientific with the Post Gold for Cash, if you think, how do they do it? How do they work out the value? What if it's a collectible piece? It's just done on the gold purity and the gold weight or
Whatever
other
metal,
precious metal.
Yes. But this is a good point, actually,
palladium,
because
platinum,
maybe
silver.
you've got a ring that's sitting wherever you keep your rings, and it's got a whopping grey emerald in it.
Yeah.
And you love the emerald, but you hate the setting. It's just passé. You don't want it anymore. Yeah. And if you can't do it yourself, it's a prong set. It's big enough. You can just pair of pliers and you get it out. But if not, you can always take it to your jeweler. You can retain the gemstone, and then the money you get for the old setting, you could put towards the new setting.
Clever guy.
Now, if you've got melee diamonds or channel set and things like that, you can't easily get out yourself. If they're really small diamonds, melee diamonds, these teeny little chip diamonds, they're probably not worth very much anyway, so I wouldn't even worry about it. But you might have some decent size channel set diamonds that are not easy to get out. You could always take it to your jeweler and ask them to pop them out for you.
Absolutely. But with Post Gold for Cash, it's generally the precious metal, carat weight, gram weight and purity.
Yes.
So if it's hallmark, but don't worry. So what you'll do is you'll get your cover letter with your contact details and your step by step. And on here, a lot of the process that me and Rob have been talking about, or Rob and I have been talking about this evening or this morning.
Yes.
You'll get the little soft envelope to put your gold or silver items into, or precious metals items into. And you'll also get your priority valuation form that may already be pre-populated if you're a customer.
Yes.
And then don't worry about this bottom bit, because Post Gold for Cash will fill that in.
Get signed date,
as
put
well.
your bank details if you want to.
There,
the number of items you send in.
That's how you want your money.
Yeah.
But then this envelope as well, that will be what you're putting it into, your prepaid special delivery envelope. Down here, Post Gold for Cash will have a different sticker with your unique customer number on it.
Yes.
So say, for example, perish the thought, but you forget to put in your priority valuation form, and you literally just post off your gold items in this bag, they'll still be able to match the little number and the details.
And actually, we recommend, if you do forget to put it in, don't cut the envelope open again and then sell it. Just leave it and
leave it and send it.
Don't worry about it.
And it is safe and secure. It's insured up to £750 anyway, because it's special delivery. If you want to pay £3 to insure it up to £1,000, when you're at the post office, you can do. If you want to pay £10 to insure it up to £2,500, if you think your items are worth that much, then insure it and pay your, say, £10, for example, up to £2,500. But then Post Gold for Cash will then, in inverted commas, refund that insurance cost to you when they offer you your valuation. So they'll value your items, add the 10% on because you're a Shop on TV customer, and then add on whatever insurance that you spent. Now, and even when they're sending it back to you, they will then send you back your items. If you say, I don't want to accept your offer for whatever reason, they'll then send your items back at the same level of insurance that you sent them to them.
And they always know, because the post office put a little sticker whether you paid the £3 or the £10.
Yes.
Also, important to remember something I was going to say, and now I can't remember what it was. The point that I was going to... I was going to say, yes, we understand weight, but purity is whether it's 9 carat gold, 14 carat gold, 18 carat, 22 or 24 carat gold. That is the amount of actual physical pure gold that is in an alloy, essentially, unless it's 24 carat gold, in which case, obviously, it's just pure gold. But you don't need to worry about any of that. They have ways of testing using X-rays and a specially calibrated machine that tells them the exact constitution or constituents of whatever metal it is that you send in. But there are also other clues. Like, for example, in the UK, most jewellery goes through an assay office and receives a hallmark. Sometimes that's the case with jewellery from abroad, but not always. However, if there are hallmarks, that's the first thing they look for, and they do that using what's called a jeweller's loop, which you'd think would be very easy to use, but as Hayley and Sean are about to demonstrate, not so much.
There'll be things that you think are worthless, but actually are worth more than you ever realised, which is really exciting.
I mean, there could be things like this that you wore and wore and wore, and then
it's not fashionable anymore.
Keeper rings. Very fashionable back in the sort
What are they called, these?
Keeper rings.
Keeper rings.
Keeper ring.
Like a lot of us got onyx rings. I remember getting an onyx ring for my 18th.
Me too.
And I remember the stone falling out, and then that had value. And it was lovely from when I was 18.
Yeah, but
don't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
And so that went in the package for me.
I mean, there's so many things that has value that.
And has that got a hallmark?
Couldn't it?
Or has that not got a hallmark?
Have we got to look for it
Go
now?
and have a look for it.
Sam's going to say have a look for it. Right, I'm going to move this out and have a look.
Has it got a hallmark?
Let's have a look.
Because again, I'd look at that and think, oh, is it real gold? Because it's got that look to it.
Yes.
So I would
isn't
flip it and look at the bottom.
underneath.
That's a
Can you see it? Oh, you look really intelligent.
Do I?
I think we've got a position.
Is there a job for me?
I think so. Yeah.
There would be if I could find anything.
But you
look very dapper. So
There you go.
so there is, but can you read it?
I can't see anything.
Or is there not anything?
I can't find it.
No?
No, I'm useless. You don't want to
That might be the chocolate one, Sean.
If there wasn't, you'd still be able to discover what that gold was.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So we have an X-ray gun. A big old yellow gun that's very expensive, but it does the job. So it's like going to the hospital and having an X-ray at the hospital. They can look at your bones. I can look at the content of the metal within the item.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you can do this.
Is it there?
I don't know.
I don't. Let me see.
You have a look. Oh, we're not very good
Do
at
you want me
this.
to give you an easy one?
Yes. With a really big hallmark on.
I don't. Is there one?
So here, just on the inside of this bangle.
Look, just completely pointed it out.
I know.
Really big font.
I couldn't make it any simpler for you,
I don't
frankly.
think there is one in there.
I hope there's not.
Shall I have a look?
You have a look. I bet you can
You have a look
find
in
it.
that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
This is a skill, Sam.
Absolutely.
You have a real skill.
And
She
good
does.
eyes.
She has great skill.
Well, clearly my eyes are not that good because I couldn't see the graph.
You're close up, but not a long way away. Again, you might be at home thinking, is it? Put it in the envelope.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to know because
Look,
oh,
look what Sam's doing.
what's she doing? She's getting closer.
Sam does it. She's really close. Really close.
Trying to make it look professional.
Close.
I think you might be right. I think
There
it might
isn't
not be.
one.
I think it could
I've
have been
chosen a one
resized.
piece.
I think you've done really well. Yes. And this
knew
one,
that.
I mean, you don't need a loop. You can see that.
Yes.
Well, I think this says, does it say 9 carat? This says 9 carat, I think. Would it say that?
It is 9 carat.
Hey, the
you
winner.
win it. You win.
You get an envelope.
By the end of this, you're going to have all of it hallmarked. You're going to know what they all are.
I'm seeing double now. I've had my eyes closed. I've been doing this, but
That is a real skill, Sam.
It is.
That's a learned skill, though, isn't it? Because you've been there for
Over 15 years, yes.
And you started, just reiterate how you started.
So I started there working, phoning the customers to give them their offers.
Thank you.
So that's what I started doing.
Right.
And then I started to get curious. You know, I want to go and have a look.
It is something, though, you would naturally,
You're
I think,
drawn
get
to it like a
really
magpie.
interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you do the valuation.
I do. So the majority of the items that you send in to us will cross my table and I will value it for you.
Now, it's funny she should say that because I've always, the one thing I know about Sam, never cross her table.
Ooh. She's so lovely. Sam and Steve.
Oh, she don't take any nonsense, though.
Two of the nicest people.
I'd be put across her knee in a moment, I'm sure, if we spent more time together. But that's just wishful thinking. Just kidding. She's happily married. Rob is the best presenter and he's funny, says Lynn. Oh, which Rob is that? I don't know. I think they mean
It's
me.
you.
Do you agree?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do.
But enough about me. What do you think of my performance? That's an old actor thing. Thank you, Lynn. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that.
Lovely email.
What would they do without me, eh?
Well done. Well done. I don't know. I don't know what I
The
think.
whole world will just fall apart.
We don't have to think about that, luckily. So we're all right. Rob,
yeah.
where were you going to go with it?
Well, I was going to go with enough about me because I'm not important here at all.
Yeah.
We've seen the video that tells everybody what they do when there is a hallmark, and I've just bashed a cut. But what do they do, Matt?
Yeah.
When there isn't a hallmark? Shall we find out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we would use is the Thermo Scientific.
Gosh.
And it's quite weighty. I don't know if you want
Let me
to...
put that back. Oh, it is weighty.
Yeah.
So you'll point at the piece of the jewellery.
Yeah. So basically we will hold the piece of jewellery across the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and then we hold it. So it's almost like, imagine going for an X-ray at the hospital.
Ah, right, and then it
The X-ray
tells
allows you to go through and see the bones.
Inside.
This then basically tells us what the metal content
Oh,
is in there
wow.
and what sort of percentages.
Very, very
Wow.
Wow.
This feels very expensive.
It is very expensive.
So I'm going to
yes.
pass that back.
Don't drop
I'll pass
So
it to
even if
Steve.
it's not hallmarked, you sort of know, well, I'm sure it is gold, but I can't find it. Or if you look at hallmark and you're like me, all seems to just blur into one, and you're like, I'm not sure if those numbers mean anything. Send it into you and you
Absolutely.
can always discover what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and if you've got a mixture of stuff, chuck it all in the bag. Some people will put it into individual bags or things like that. It's our job. You know, you just want ease. So put it into one of these packs, send it in to us, we'll deal with it from our end.
So it doesn't matter how many items you put in, as
not
long as
all
you fit
can
into
send.
there.
You could send a single earring in if that's all you've got and you want to give it a go. If you've got other items, then just pop it all into us.
I find it really exciting when a customer sends in a pack and they put in a little envelope no value things that they think it's no value.
And it is.
Yes.
And I've observed Sam with her special gun and and it comes up as gold, 18 carat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's an extra £400 in the offer.
Yeah.
And I just find that really exciting for the customer
that'd be
that they didn't expect to get that offer.
I bet that's often the way. I think sometimes
Absolutely.
you look at something and think it is,
So
that's
we do
worth
the
a
work
fortune.
for them. We make it as
And
easy as possible.
And that's what I said. If you haven't got a hallmark,
Yeah.
you haven't got a decent greeting card.
You haven't, have you?
no,
Or a
that's
movie
right.
at Christmas?
No, that's right.
I love those.
I've auditioned for Hallmark
Yeah, have
films,
you
yeah.
really?
Very schmaltzy.
One day, Rob. One day.
Matt, go on.
I've got something on my mind,
Please, get it off
and
your
it's
mind.
it's the on the fence person,
Right. Ouch.
and because I can't help but empathise.
Yes.
In fact, that's my weakness actually. You know, when you hear a story of someone, I feel people's pain. I feel, but I also feel people's happiness as well. So I've got this empathy button.
You
But
do?
I'm empathising with those of you that are watching right now, and you're thinking, okay, they've answered all my questions, but I'm just not quite there. It doesn't matter. Don't sweat the small stuff or that small little thing that you're still thinking about where you're thinking, oh, I just don't know. Call the number, go on the website, use whichever method, phone number or website, to order the clue is in the next part of my sentence. Free gold selling pack. It's free. The delivery is free.
See, I
There's
think
no
that's where the
obligation.
scepticism comes in. People,
No catch.
they hear free, and they think, no, it can't be. Nothing's for free these
Let's
days.
quickly handle that. Actually, no. Let me just finish my thing and then
Please,
handle that.
go ahead.
Order the pack and then ask a friend or a family member or somebody that advises you or somebody that you trust afterwards. Say, I've got this pack. That's how it comes to you in one of those windowed envelopes with the special delivery envelope and the cover letter and the priority form. So you get all that. Show it to a friend and say, look, I watched this whole show. Watch it again on YouTube with your friend and say, right, should I do it? Should I actually now send my gold? But at least you've got your pack. At least you're on the system. At least you're in there. So do it. Don't let anything hold you back. If you're on the fence, take the leap now. Let's handle the skepticism by saying, we've said it's free, we've said there's no obligation, and we've said it's risk-free, and we've said it's easy to do because
no small
270,000 people have done it.
Yeah.
And there's no small print. So the one bit of skepticism, you might say, well, what is the catch? So let's spin it on its head and say, okay, so the people that say, is it really free? The only time that you might slightly spend some money is if you send a pack to Post Gold for Cash and it's all worthless. So you haven't sent any precious metal. You've literally just sent some cutlery and a couple of things that you thought might be silver, and they're not.
They're not, yeah.
In which case, Post Gold for Cash will dispose of it for you and there'll be no cost to you. Or you can say, oh gosh, is it not worth anything? Okay, send it back. And that's the only time that it'll ever cost you any money.
You just pay the return postage.
Yes.
Of £9.
Yeah. Have I covered the only time somebody might spend
That's
some
one
money?
of two times.
Okay, what's the other one?
The second one is if you request cash.
True. That'll cost you £9 because they'll
Yes.
mail the cash by special delivery.
And I suppose technically the third and only time you would spend more money is if you pay the insurance of the extra insurance of £3 or £10, and then don't accept the offer. Now they'll match that to send the item items back to you at the same insurance level, but you've still technically spent the £3 or the £10.
Got it.
They are the only times.
So those are three extremely rare times that you can avoid.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, because you could just say, okay, dispose of it for me, or no, I won't take cash. Please do me a bank transfer,
or a check,
or I will accept the offer.
Yeah,
So you can,
and that's it. And then there is no charge for anything at all.
Yeah, so there
because
really
you
is
get
no
the
catch.
the extra insurance you pay reimbursed.
Yeah. And we don't want to rush you into it. So order the pack now. Yes, we'll rush you into it by saying order the pack now because you might as well. But we're not rushing you into anything
And
because you
make
can
sure
still talk to a friend about it
you've
first.
got to check out. You have to check it out. If you've just tuned in, by the way, you can watch us on ITV1+1 or STV+1. Matt, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
I'll see you tomorrow night.